certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to what should be a very fun, very interesting, very dramatic, very silly final evening show of the week. Thank you very much. So far, we are 2-2 on our little experiment. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not cut to me yet? I'm still wearing the shirt from this morning. Hello. Hello. You love this shirt. This is your favorite shirt. You love it so much. You think it's the best shirt there is. You think it's the best shirt there. Don't you lie to me. Don't you bullshit me. You love this shirt, you lying whore. All right, welcome to the program. We've got a lot to do. You know, we're 2-2 in this little experiment we're doing, and I got to tell you, there is nothing I want more than this experiment we're doing to work. Because if it works, it is a game changer. If it works, it means the toe is perfection. You sit around, dicking off, doing our show for a few hours every day. Oh, my God. So, thank you guys very much. It's been awesome. We'll see if we can continue it. Now, one thing I will say is this is free membership week because there are no expirations, and we're only 54 away from that 500 number. We're getting back up there, guys. We're getting back up there, so I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Somebody tried to send me something just now, and I don't think it's sent the way they wanted. Oh, there we go. There we go. It says, this is how I pay my bills. And then he just sent me a big pile of heroin. I'm not going to judge what people want to do for a living. It's fine. We have so much to talk about today, so much to get to. I'm very excited for it. Thank you so much. Taste Fairy Ialto says, you didn't wear that outside the house, did you? Not only did I wear it outside the house, I wore my nice light leather coat with it. So I wore my brown leather coat over this shirt, and I went grocery shopping. I did. I go to the gym Monday and Tuesday. I take Wednesday off. I go Thursday and Friday. So I didn't go to the gym today, so I can just wear this shirt all day. Did my laundry in this shirt, folded all my clothes, put them away in this shirt. Haven't done the dishes yet. That's next on the list after the program today. So, yes, thank you for asking. I did wear this shirt out in public today. And not one comment, not one look, not one gay F word even, positive or negative. It's, I think that means people love it. I think it means they love it. Hulkamasha Baby starting us off with $1 tonight says, you look like a fluffer in a gay porno. Yeah, but how do you mean it? That's the question. Oh, I have some house cleaning items to start the show tonight. You're going to love this. Unless you hate me, then you're going to hate it. I was taking a look through Rumble and YouTube and all of that stuff. And the way we are taking off on Rumble and the way we're actually kind of, I mean, look, live views have dipped a little, but Rumbles have picked up more than the YouTube ones have dipped, so viewership is going up. However, the revenue on Rumble is going insane. Like the dollar per 1,000 views is up there quite a bit more than YouTube. And the revenue is up a little, and I'm not going to get the creator program payout until December 5th or 6th. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But I kind of need to talk to you about this because it's either time to start talking about another goal drop. Oh, we're not talking about the goal. We're not going to do that. We're not talking about it. I'm just asking. Or it's now at the point where I can hire a Thursday morning co-host and probably an evening show co-host. And we can bring, now, I've only got 2 names that I'm interested in. Unless somebody comes by and wows me and said, I want to work with you, I want to do the toe. I mean, there's only 2 names I'm interested in, and I put out feelers to both. Corey Adam and Oz. I want Oz to do evening shows with me, and I want Corey to do Thursday mornings. I think that would be perfect. I text Corey today. I said, name me your price. Corey texts me back once every 6 months. So we'll see if that one entices him. Oz, I usually hear back from within a day. So I probably will hear back from Oz. But I was just very excited. I was taking a look at everything, just doing some bookkeeping and stuff. I took a look at Rumble. It's going fucking insane. Our Jeff Dye thing, like 100 or 200 views on YouTube, but on Rumble, 3,000. I think it's like 3,400 or so. That's interesting. And our revenue per 1,000 views right now is somewhere upwards of about 16 or 17 bucks, which is about $6 more than YouTube. But don't worry. I'm being a conspiracy theorist when I say YouTube is out to get us. And now I love this. A lot of these, there's an anti-steel toe guy who I've got to be the bad man no matter what because he's an idiot. He just got charged back a shitload of money on YouTube. Another one of these retards who thinks YouTube is everything and it's going to save your life and it's the most amazing thing. While I'm sitting here going, guys, don't have an ego about numbers and stats. You need to spread it out. You need to go to different platforms. Like, who gives a shit if you have 700 people watching you just on YouTube, or if you've got 5 platforms, you got 700. It's the same amount of people watching you no matter what. Plus, when something fucks up, you got something built in already, and you don't have to have an emergency hatch, like, ready. Just immediately, we need to turn this into something. Yeah, YouTube's going to fuck you over. That's what YouTube does. Everybody thinks everybody is a crazy conspiracy theorist until it happens to them. So I came here to talk to you guys. Things have been going well for the toe. And I can either, drop that number. However, if this experiment we're doing works, then it really doesn't matter what the number is. However, we could also throw it back into the show and grab a couple of people. That sounded fucked up. But either way, I wanted to throw that out to you because I thought maybe you guys might even have some co-host ideas as well. Rusty Grammar with $1 says, Candace, you fuck. All right, we're talking hundreds to thousands, not hundreds of thousands, all right? I got to get somebody on a deal, Somebody. I'm talking like Corey Adam. I'm in like the Corey Adam, Stevie Lou price range. That's where I'm in. No disrespect, both of them. I love them both. But I'm in that price range right about now. You know who deserves a lot of credit for seeing mostly because they lost their YouTube. But you know who deserves a lot of credit for the multi-streaming and shit like that? Mersh. Mersh deserves a lot of credit for that. He's the guy. He was one of the first guys to go, I'm going to get on. He was on fucking D-Live and a bunch of other dumb shit. And lo and behold, every time he got banned from something, he had somewhere to go. The guy's a fucking cockroach. He survives. That's so you definitely got to diversify your bonds, N-word. MSO says, pretty antisocial, loved that shirt today. Did Big Red like it? I wore it for her. I knew she liked it. Sometimes I'd even put my arms under my titties and give them a little something because I knew that Big Red would like it. I drive her crazy. She loves me. She loved me. She loves me. Oh, boy, does she have a crush. Big Red and Aaron sitting in a tree. Killi. Wait, what? No, wouldn't. I think I spelled something wrong. Professor Tie-Dye with $1 says, did you see Heinz has your blood type as a new condiment flavor in time for Thanksgiving? Well, thank you. On last night's show, we did talk about their, refrigerated gravy condiment that they have. I assume that's what you mean. Fucking dick. Asshole. Los Federales says, can you please show us this leather coat? If you really need to see the leather coat, and there's a great story behind the leather coat. It's an April story. If you guys want to see the leather coat tonight, make sure our experiment goes well. And if our experiment goes well, that's a perfect week for you guys. I'll grab the leather coat. Or if you get to the 500 memberships, either one, I will show it to you. MSO says, confirmed, Rocky Dennis loves that shirt. She does. She absolutely loves it. Show us your gay leather coat, please. I mean, look, I've set the rules. Now, a couple of people are going, no Johnny, no Johnny, no Johnny. No, we're not going to get rid of Johnny. Meow Meow says, I bet Corey won't do it. I don't think he will either. But he's the first person I want to do it, you know? He's my first draft pick, if you will. Rexstart says his price, a McRib extra value meal. It's not, Corey would ask for more than that. Power Windows says, doing the steel toe quartering show grocery. YouTube is attacking me. LMFAO. What? Grocery? Huh? Quarter show grocery. No, Rumble's been our number one platform for quite a while now. YouTube's kind of our back of the bus. MSO says, get some nice tits on the show. We're tired of looking at yours. Yeah, but think about it. I'm a criminal. I'm a gross guy. I'm a deviant. What woman's going to want to work with me? If you're a woman and you say, I would work with the toe, you're a fucking idiot. What kind of lack of self-respect do you have for yourself that you'd work with a demonic, deviant, disgusting pile of shit like me? Leave me alone. Female co-hosts have not worked out for me. They haven't been a good return on investment. Hundreds of thousands of dollars shot in the ass and nothing to show for it. Let's go to... Oh, I haven't done let's go to in a while. Dr. Doom says, get Mersh then. You think Mersh is still Corey Adam prices? Nah, he ain't going to get up. He ain't going to get up in the morning. Her name is Fat Ginger Bitch. That's not Big Red's name. It's not Fat Ginger Bitch. That's not very nice at all. Turtle Steel Shell with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, buddy. Give him the karmic.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
I love that one. Hey, look at that. Now we're 49 memberships away from the magical 500 number. Thank you very much, Turtle Steel Shell. If you got a membership from him, gift one to someone else here on Rumble. They can watch the show ad-free. Invectum, I love this guy. He says, try to get Opie. I'm sure he's cheap and it would really help him out. I should get Stuttering John. That's what I should do. I should get John. Or Granny. That's who I should get. Dr. Doom says, when will you sack Johnny? The whole chat hates him. Why aren't you listening to us? There are people who like Johnny. The last time we ran a poll on Johnny, that could have been said better. I immediately regret the way I said that. The last time we put a poll up about Johnny, he did win. It's like 51-49. He did win. So there is that. Dr. Doom says, why can't any of us try out as co-hosts? I would love to. Let's do that. Ooh, how about Karmic? Do you think Karmic would do an evening show with me every night? I'm a big Karmic X fan. I think a steel toe Karmic evening show would be fucking bananas. And like I said, I'll pay either Thursday morning or evening show. I would love that. Love it. Meow Meow says that poll was rigged. It wasn't. Taste Very Ialto says, I'm a crutches guy. All right. 1 for crutches, 2 for no crutches. Rumble, anywhere, wherever. Just type it in. 1 for crutches, 2 for no crutches. Dr. Doom says, nope, Karmic hates you with a passion. Nah, that's all performative. He loves me. Karmic loves me. He'll do the show. I'll reach out to him. Gray Duckling with $25 says, this is only for the morning show. I'm off to bed. What, can he do that? I mean, I guess he can. I guess Gray Duckling is only giving money to the morning show. It's fucking mean-spirited, but either way. Thank you, guys. Very nice of you. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what the chat's saying here. Holy shit, there's a lot. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Guys, Jesus, you're going too fast. 2 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 1 2. Wait a minute, Dr. Doom, you're putting a bunch of twos in there. 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2. Hulkamasha Baby says, if you pay Karmic 1 cent, I'm not donating that week and the following, even if you won't read my chats. Well, that's something for me to consider then, isn't it? Plankton with a 2. 1 by... Oh, Snowcat Tish is a 1. Wow. Toad Climbs Mountains with a 1. Rusty with a 1. Atomic with a 1. 2. And now we got a lot of repeats with the 1-2s. All right, stop. See? It's very torn. It's very 50-50 between these people. All right? It's not so cut and dry. Just because you have a particular opinion about somebody doesn't mean, and just because you only see that in the chat because that's what you want to see, that doesn't mean that that's how the audience feels, you understand? It's called getting chat cancer. And if you're coming from that Dabbleverse, Lord knows you all got it. You guys don't know what a majority is. You guys think because one person said the same thing you do, that must be ordained by God. You guys are a little dumb. No offense. Gray Duckling with $2 says, I'd stay up for a Karmic show once in a while. Oh, maybe there's a market. I don't know why he wouldn't do a show with us. I mean, it would benefit him so much. I mean, he's got such a... I mean, our B show audience is probably bigger than his main show. Like right now, we're at 227. Rumble Studio saying we're at 227 right now. That's more than Karmic probably has, and those are dog shit numbers for the 227 is a dog shit evening show number for the toe. I mean, you're talking 600-700. Of course, he'd love a piece of that. He'd love a piece of that. So now we're at 87 for our buddy Gray Duckling. That's going to put him back in the top 5. Steven in 4th with 80. Red Fox Mad in Central Booking with $80. And now Wally World at 71 is going to drop out of Central Booking. Thank you, everyone who contributes to this fine program. Thanks a bunch. All right. Dr. Doom says, get the new improved sexy Lemmy. Oh, my God. Isn't she one of the... Like, honestly, she's one of the most depressing fucking people on earth. I mean, she is. You talk about no charisma, no energy, no vitamin D, looks like a fucking zombie, has a shitty attitude. She reminds me a lot of my sister in that she does this thing where she really wants to be seen as like the edgy girl that the guys like. I don't have a lot of lady friends. Dudes are the ones I like to hang out with. And she'll try to say like really cringy, edgelordy stuff. And it's just like, ugh, you can see the kind of douche she's like playing to when she said, I don't think she has her own personality. I think she globs onto an internet community. And then she kind of takes whatever form they respond to. It's like if Daria was on antidepressants, she would be Lemmy, I think. Let's get on with it. Let's do a great show today because, after all, we have one. Somebody did send me something very interesting about the Epstein stuff. I'll probably have to look into it a little before we do it because I'm trying to separate that stuff out. I don't want to do repeats for the morning. I don't want to do, like, I don't want to cheat the evening or the morning audience by doing, the same stuff each show. I like to make it a little different. Thank you very much to Red Fox Mad with $5. Thank you so much. $5 says, Lemmy is hot. I would fuck her. Aaron, would you? Not with your cock. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. But thank you, Red Fox Mad. Now look at this. Now we got movement in the standings tonight. I'm cheating people out of content here because I got to move people around. Gray Duckling, Red Fox Mad, Steven, all you guys. Thank you for all of your generosity. Crunchy in first place at 215. Miss Tay at 1 30. All right. Let's have some fun, shall we? We've got, remember that Representative Plaskett? Remember that lady who was, now she was caught as part of this, all this Epstein stuff that's going around now. She got caught. Oh, and remind me, I have a new drop from Victor, too. She got caught, like, texting with Jeffrey Epstein in 2017 during a congressional hearing with Michael Cohen. They wanted to use this Michael Cohen, Trump's former attorney, to bury Donald Trump. They wanted to find out where the bodies were buried, where the skeletons were in the closet. So she starts texting with Jeffrey Epstein during this hearing, and he's given her all kinds of insider information. So now that that's come out, I will give her this credit. She's a delegate from the Virgin Islands, and I will give her this credit. She's not trying to run from it. She's not trying to make up some bullshit story. She's not trying to say, oh, it wasn't him. Because they matched up the timestamps of her text messages, Epstein's text messages, to when that hearing was going on. She's caught, dead to rights. So she went on CNN, and the explanation she gave. Now, look, I'm not a congressperson. I haven't committed enough crimes to be a congressperson. But if I were, and I'm on CNN, and you found out I was texting Jeffrey Epstein in 2017, mind you, after he was a convicted pederast, and you said, were you texting him? I would be going, yes, and I'm sorry. I got so full of my Trump derangement syndrome. I was so gung-ho on getting Donald Trump that I allied with a really unsavory character. I really apologize. Politics make for strange bedfellows, but that's no excuse to go to somebody like Jeffrey Epstein. I apologize, and I ask the people to forgive me. One thing Americans do like is a genuine apology and being asked for forgiveness. Kind of strokes our ego a little bit. So, did she handle it that way? Let's find out.
I believe that Jeffrey Epstein had information, and I was going to get information to get at the truth.
The truth.
Having a friendship with him is not something that I would deem to have. And so I'm just looking forward. I'm moving forward. And I think that's what we as American people should do, is move forward.
Preach,
if
Queen.
Individuals are not involved in illegal activity, extending his criminal enterprise or his financial enterprise, or all of those things, I think that we need to look at what people are doing moving forward.
Wait, let me just better understand that. What is that point? Because at the time he was a known sex offender, and it had been detailed all the sexual abuse.
There are a lot of people who have done a lot of crimes, and as a prosecutor, you get information from people where you can.
Wow. So that's her defense of working with Jeffrey Epstein to try and get Trump, the dog that wouldn't bark. She's like, well, a lot of people have criminal records. No, I understand, like embezzlement, fraud, things like that. It's a little different than sex offender. It's a little different than sex offender. Right? I mean, when it comes to, I don't know, let's say one of the guys at Enron had some information for you and you give it to him and he gives it to you during a hearing and you use it. That's one thing. But Jeffrey fucking Epstein? I mean, there's levels to this game. Turtle becoming a member for his 28th month on YouTube. Oh, yeah, don't ignore YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe, and gift some memberships there as well. Turtle with 28 months says, hey, yeah, YouTube people, pop over to Rumble. Crutches is great. See, he's a Crutches fan. He's a Crutches fan. Sometimes, I mean, they do exist. Sam Show says pedo ass. No, not pedo. Oh my God, you have to. It's one of the best words in the English language. It's pederast. Pederast is a good old-fashioned word for a pedophile or a child molester or somebody who gets handsy with a kid or abuses them. Pederast, you can't get around that one. Sex offender's a good, descriptor for these monsters, but pederast, it's so low rent and disgusting. Not pedo ass. Different. Electric Shoes says the chat here is more unhinged. Feels more authentic. I would agree. I agree. So, as far as the Epstein stuff goes, the update we have tonight, it is going to Trump's desk. He is going to sign it. Pam Bondi gave a weird answer. We're going to play that tomorrow on the morning show because we don't like to linger on this stuff too long in the evenings. Pam Bondi gave an answer like, they were like, oh, so, you have 30 days now to release all these Epstein files. You're going to do it? She's like, we will comply with the law. Yeah, no, that's what we meant. You will release the Epstein files. We will comply with the law. See, shit like that worries me. All right? Shit like that makes me go, they're going to find a way to weasel out of this. We're getting screwed over. We're not getting the Epstein files. Because that should be an easy yes. Hey, the House passed this. The Senate passed this. The president wants you to release all these files. Are you going to do it? That should be yeah, of course. They passed the thing. The president's going to tell you. You don't go, we will follow the law. And also, Pam Bondi already has a dog shit reputation because she's lied to us over and over and over again. I think Trump saw that dog that didn't bark stuff, and he saw that maybe he was a little more clear than he thought. I think he decided that he was going to go after it. The nerve of these Democrats to release all these files about him. I think that's why he got a hair up his ass, HARE. And decided that now was the time to release the Epstein files. And also the approval rating going down. That didn't hurt his that didn't hurt his urgency either. I want to go to this. I know some of you are going to hate this. And I will admit that once in a while I see something on Twitter and it pulls me in and I go, I know this is stupid. I know these people are beneath me and they're retarded and they're pale, pasty, don't go outside, bottom-feeding dog shit people. But sometimes these guys step on rakes, and they step on each other's rakes, and they step on the rake that somebody else just stepped on. I mean, there's something about that Dabbleverse that you just watch how depressing these people are. And it's hard not to gloat as I sit here above it all, not part of it, them wanting to drag me in and me just floating above, poking holes in their bubble. But this is getting good. So Shuli, the guy who kept trying to climb the ladder at Howard Stern but kept getting knocked down. I mean, do you know how fucking shitty you have to be at comedy that Howard Stern won't give a Jew a break? Jesus Christ. So airport baggage handler Shuli, I'm just going by the job he's been the most successful and well-performing at. He got his channel struck because I guess he was doing some transphobic stuff about this woman, Ava, who I keep seeing. She's this trans woman who likes Keanu. I guess she works with Stuttering John. By the way, if you're still doing Stuttering John stuff, dude, it's fucking over. All right? The shit you do with me is played out, and you're pathetic, and you got owned 2 Fridays ago if you're an anti-steel toe person. I mean, doing John is even more pathetic than that because that's a guy that's had more success than any of us in any kind of show business. So Shuli, they do something about this Ava chick. And, those guys in the Dabbleverse, they've never met a woman they wouldn't call a whore or a slut or a piece of shit, get all red-faced about. So they go after this Ava chick, and they do the woman stuff plus the trans stuff. Well, Ava had enough of it, and she filed a thing to strike their channel, and their channel got struck, so now they have to broadcast on Rumble, which, I mean, if Shuli wants to get in touch with me and he wants to get down on his knees and he wants to say, please, Mr. Toe, I want to get verified on Rumble. I want to become part of the creator program. Please, Miss Toe, please help a Jewish brother out. I mean, I'd consider helping him. I really would. As a member of the Rumble creator program myself, I can teach him my ways. Plus, it's free money. And I mean, Is there anything more attractive than let's say one of our Hebrew friends than, pennies on the sidewalk? So they get struck. And in his bitterness of getting struck, Shuli's now going to sue this Ava and John. I mean, you want to talk about a fucking Israeli move, getting butthurt and bitter because some trans lady is getting the best of you. So now you're going to sue him for a mild offense. I mean, that's really something. So to fill you in on this, what we're about to play, Shuli had a producer named ESO. And this guy, ESO, had a shitload of CSAM, as they call it, on his computer. A lot of people believe that Shuli knew about this, or that there may have been a way where in his communications with Shuli, maybe somehow some of this stuff got on Shuli's computer. Not saying he sought it out, anything like that, but when you're dealing with a guy who has a shitload of CSAM on his computer, who knows what he may have accidentally put in there, especially if he was using your servers and using your accounts and things like that. We have no idea. So Shuli's very sensitive about that. As a matter of fact, a few months ago, when I defended him, because Shuli picks on Steel Toe once in a while when he's going broke, when he needs some money. So a while back, because I'm a genuine guy, I said, I don't think Shuli had anything to do with this. I don't think Shuli knew about this ESO guy. I think sometimes people can hide in plain sight. Shuli sent me a DM. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate your words so much. And then probably the next day was like, I don't like Steel Toe. He's a piece of shit. Here's a clip. That's why I don't really take Shuli seriously and I bust his balls. He's a giant phony who just really fears not being able to get his parasocial fix on the internet. And he's also one of these guys like Carl who is petrified of the L's he takes. So he had to take his Yiddish revenge out on this Ava. Now, if you don't know this, Stuttering John is suing Shuli and Carl because Shuli and Carl they've engaged in a 3 or 4 year long harassment campaign. I mean, John is well within his rights to try and take this issue to court. I mean, it is a little ridiculous. They've been using his name to make money. They've been harassing the guy in real life, on the podcasts, whatever. I mean, it's pathetic. It really is sad. It's really, I think it's sad to have to glom onto anyone to make a buck. But they've been doing it to this guy long enough. And finally, he flicked him off his shoulder. He's like, fuck you, I'm taking you to court. And they got to pay all these legal fees. Now, I know a thing or two about legal fees. I pay mine. You guys are generous. You donate to this show. I get to do this show for a living. I appreciate you to the end of the earth. I think the most disgusting thing I could do is, because of my own behavior, ask you to pay extra bills of mine that I incur on my own. I think that's pathetic. I think it's shitty. Not only did this Shuli, and I don't know about Carl, but if he did it too, I mean, him being a worm wouldn't surprise me, a little club-footed earthworm. But Shuli started a GoFundMe. So not only does his audience pay his mortgage, pay his bills, pay his rent, pay his whatever, now he's asking them, hey, you know this guy I've been talking a bunch of shit about and harassing his live shows and trying to get his comedy shows canceled and sending people to bother him and shit? Yeah, that guy's suing me. I fucked around. I found out, but I don't want to dig into my pocket to pay for it. So you guys pay for my fuck around and find out. Now, look, is it shitty and greedy to ask? Sure. But if you've got enough double-digit IQ retards in your audience whose family trees don't fork who will actually pay it, hey, that's how it goes. But now consider this. He's talking about suing this Ava. And since money is fungible, it is not a stretch to say this motherfucker is taking his audience's money and using it to sue other people in case he loses this other lawsuit to John so he can cover his ass. I mean, this is some real Zionist magic right here. Let's go ahead and play this. Then we'll play the clip he's talking about, and we'll see what we've got.
And JoJo, before we start the show.
Oh, yeah, by the way, he's going to read an official legal notification. He's going to do like a Sonny Hostin thing now. Again, it's a very, it's a tribe thing to do.
I just want to say something. Sadly, I must have...
Shuli, go outside a little bit. You are... All these guys, all these guys streaming and shit, they're so fucking see-through, translucent. I mean, vitamin D lacking motherfuckers. Oh my God. Guys, you're gross. And that's coming from me.
Address some very serious and defamatory statements made against me on the Stuttering John podcast last night.
Motherfucker, you do not get to defame and shit all over another guy for 4 years and then wah, I was defamed. Oh, but my reputation. Didn't you guys, wasn't your job weighing another man's shit for a living? And now you're going to now say that your reputation has been besmirched? You've been sniffing Stuttering John's asshole in order to keep your family with a roof over their head for the last 4 years, and you're going to say dude, your reputation. I mean, there's women doing scat porn on OnlyFans who probably get invited to more shit than you do.
While he and his guest, Ava Riza, were talking about me, Miss Riza said, I hope the FBI searches Shuli's computer because I guarantee you there's child porn. Miss Riza.
Now, he cuts off the statement right there. We're going to play the clip. There's more to it. I don't know how much it matters, though. But at the same time, Loaded Wrench calling that, what's his name? Tom Senhauser. It says Tim Pool looking ass. Beautiful. Thank you for the $2. 1550 from Gray Duckling. He says for the parking violation. Yes. Oh, pay my parking tickets. I got a speeding ticket the other day. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. Save your fucking shekels, stupid, and pay your lawyer bills. So he goes on and he said, oh, my God, oh, the horror, another show. This girl said mean things about me. Meanwhile, they've been calling Keanu a whore. They've been calling this chick, all kinds of trans stuff, saying they're going to do all kinds of things. I'm sorry, but this is cry bully bullshit. And by the way, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm not in this world. This is the Dabbleverse personified. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Ow, he hit me. Why did you hit me? I don't understand what I ever did to you. Oh, all kinds of pathetic, but I'm enjoying it.
Riza concurred and followed up by saying, that guy, referring to me, is a child molester.
Now, see, that's a problem. It's fun to laugh at Shuli and him stepping on. I love that it says the rake, and these guys step on rakes as much as John does. Enjoy your week on Rumble, by the way. I love it here. You can't call people child molesters if they haven't molested a child. Now, this is the great difference between why do people throw around the word pedophile? Sorry, YouTube. So much at each other. Well, because pedophile is someone who is attracted to children. Like, let's say you were to make horrific songs or make sexual threats at young people, at children, it would be totally fine to say, that guy's a pedophile. Because he's shown a sexual attraction to children for years. Totally fine to say. To say that someone's a child molester, this is where Shuli, look, I'm a fair guy. I'll make fun of Shuli all day, but I'll be fair where he's right. Can't call Shuli a child molester unless you've got proof that he did that. I don't know what Ava knows, but based on what I know, I don't think this guy, I mean, is he a creepy Jew fuck? Yeah, he's a creepy Jew fuck. But he's not a child molester, So I don't think you can be saying shit like that. Now, the argument is if this guy files a lawsuit, how damaging is that to his reputation? You got to consider this guy's right-hand man had a shitload of CSAM on his computer, and he's currently serving time in prison. Shuli associated with him for years and years. A lot of people online, whether they're right or they're wrong, already think this guy was in on it or knew about it. Now, I don't think, I'm not on that side, but there's a lot of people who already think that. For a living, he weighed another man's shit. Did Shuli have the kind of reputation that could be lowered by something like this? Not very much. I mean, being involved in that world, I don't know how he values his reputation, but it ain't much.
And were said with the intent to seriously hurt me. My family, my friends.
He hurt me, hurt my feelings.
And to permanently destroy my reputation and career. While my family and close friends know these statements are malicious lies, many others have no idea whether these statements are true.
You understand there's a lot of people who watch you every day, though, who already think this about you. And again, I don't think they're right. I don't think they're correct. But there's a lot of people out there who already think this of you before she ever said anything. Now, I don't think anybody should be saying definitive statements like that, but we're going to play the clip in a second, and it's not quite as cut and dry as Shuli's making it sound. I think this is Shuli getting that strike from YouTube, and that panics him. The lawsuit from Stuttering John. I mean, again, Shuli's been taking a lot of L's lately. Everybody in that anti-steel toe world's been taking them since that phone call. I think he's panicked about the strike. He's panicked about this Ava getting the better of him. And all these guys in the Dabbleverse, for some reason, care what the internet thinks about him. And that's a dead end because they're fickle. And so now he's going to do that. I don't think he's going to do a goddamn thing in terms of lawsuits. I think he's trying to scare this Ava off so that while he's being sued by John, these people can't hold him down and beat the fuck out of him.
Someone says everyone knows this is true, people are more inclined to believe the lie, making the harm that much greater. And that's why Miss Riza said it that way. We have turned the matter over to our attorneys and are letting you guys know that we are going forward with a lawsuit for defamation.
But did they defame you? I mean, you're a bottom feeder, dude. No offense. We all are. We're all on the internet. We're all bottom feeders. They didn't defame you. People already think you're wrapped up in some weird shit because of ESO. And here's the other thing. You sue her, there's going to be a thing called discovery. What if they go through your computer and look, I mean, none of this stuff goes away forever. What if ESO did fuck you over, dude? What if I would guarantee if ESO did anything with your servers or your computers or your accounts, you didn't know about it. I do 1000% I believe you wouldn't have known about it. But what if he did? Like I don't think it's a smart road to go down. I don't think you're going to get a dime. Just like I don't think John's going to get a dime out of Shuli and Carl, but it's going to run up legal bills. But you're going to pay a lawyer unless you got a friend. And I don't think you're going to get very much out of these people. I really don't. I mean, unless your reputation, unless you've been given to cancer research and a bunch of other shit by the tens of thousands every year that we didn't know about, unless they've got a Shuli Egar Day in your hometown, I don't know. Your reputation really isn't worth shit. But you chose this life. It's kind of on you. So now let's go to what was actually said, and let's see how close this was. And I apologize. I am enjoying watching these people all eat each other. I think it's wonderful. Shit Show with 199 says, Shuli stinks. Your impression is excellent. I have a confession to make, Shit Show. I'm just being anti-Semitic. Shit Show with 199 says, you call NLO a pedophile all the time, dude. Right. If you show an attraction to minors, which he has for years now, he's said it many times. We've documented proof. It'll be documented proof in court. Then yes, you can say, if you have a reasonable reason, if one can have a reasonable belief that someone is attracted to children, pedophilia is an attraction to children. And in my opinion, you do shit like that enough, I don't care who you are, you're attracted to kids. You say it. I mean, when people show you who they are, believe them. Shit Show, I know you're probably a fan of that. I apologize. That's got to be real hard to reconcile, but maybe you have to start thinking, like a lot of the people who have been DMing me since that Mikey episode, maybe you have to get deprogrammed and learn that, hey, maybe this Toe isn't that bad of a guy. I just kind of jumped on with a weird, retarded, autistic guy and his stalker friends. Possibility. Think about it. Get back to me later. So here's what this Ava and John said about Shuli. Now, remember, this is all in reference to a super chat referencing this ESO guy. Now, ESO is the guy who was arrested for CSAM. This is the actual thing that was said on John's program.
And I hope the FBI searches Shuli's computers because I guarantee you there's child porn.
Oh, God. They're talking about my computer? They should search his.
So they should check that house out real quick because that guy is a child molester, in my opinion, allegedly.
Now, see, we always say that people need to learn the phrase allegedly or in my opinion. Here's the problem. Child molester's a tough one. First of all, the in my opinion and allegedly should be first. But when you're talking about something as concrete as child molester, I don't know if that covers it. You know, if you say this person's allegedly a murderer, who's alleging that they're a murderer? You can't just be the one to say it and then say it's alleged. In my opinion, this guy's a murderer. Maybe. In my opinion, this guy's a child molester. I don't know. Here's the problem. Shuli's reputation is dog piss. These people's reputation is dog piss. I mean, you've really got shit humans suing shit humans for defaming their character. I would make the argument none of them have character to begin with. So I think Shuli is stepping on a lot of rakes lately. I think he's scared of this lawsuit from John and not losing a bunch of money, but it costing him a lot of money to fight. I think he's upset that Ava did this this YouTube suspension thing to him. And I think he's trying to rally the troops and make a little money off this. I mean, he's already grifted one GoFundMe from being sued by John, and now it seems he's taking the money from that GoFundMe, and he's going to fund another lawsuit. And I don't know, it just seems like really Netanyahu behavior is all I'm saying.
That's your opinion.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. Everyone, even
now, see, John said that's your opinion, so I think John's safe in all this.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. Everyone, even that hates us in the chat, they all know that they secretly think that Shuli looks at kitty porn.
They all think that Shuli looks at They all think that. And again, here's where it gets tricky for Shuli. You were working in lockstep with a guy whose computer was loaded with that stuff, and he's in prison for it now, convicted. So a reasonable person could believe in their own mind. Again, I do not. I don't think Shuli had anything to do with any of the stuff that Esau was doing. But a reasonable person could have a suspicion that maybe you knew something, or maybe even, who knows how involved you were. That's what really sucks about being associated with a complete piece of shit like that. That's why they say, careful. Mind who your friends are. Invectum with 199 says Adam Bush is the worst of the Dabbleverse. Yeah, well, he's got that Jewish thing where they think they can read people and then they go on to comically be wrong about just about everybody. He's another guy who, if he's got to talk about Stuttering John, it's like, bro, this Stuttering John had more of a career than you did. I mean, you can say what you want, but he reached greater heights than you, so it kind of looks like jealousy that you're talking about him. So, I found that so fascinating. I really do. I find that whole thing really interesting. My Lost Interest says, just got here. We gone full Dabbleverse tonight. I will say this. I did get Michael Corleone. I did get pulled back in only because, hey, there's nobody better at analyzing this stuff than me because I'm the most honest guy you're going to find. Everybody else has their little biases and their little clicks. Come to me for the straight shit. We bring it right to you. But when it comes to This is Shuli very upset that he's taking a lot of L's, that he's humiliated himself, and now he's trying to get some of his heat back. And we'll see. It might as well spend your fans' money, that's what he's doing. He's taking the GoFundMe money and he's funding another lawsuit. This is kind of like a guy getting deep in debt and he goes to the casino to try and make the money to pay the debt back. He's taking the money from the GoFundMe to pay for the lawsuit that Stuttering John put on him. And he's like, you know what I'll do? I'll take the money from the GoFundMe. I'll hire a lawyer. I'll sue John and Ava. I'll get a nice settlement out of them. And then I'll pay the lawyers for the John lawsuit. And none of the people who gave to the GoFundMe will be any of the wiser. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. That's like going to the casino, putting it all on black. Gray Duckling, thank you for the 1550. Loaded Wrench, shit show. We got him. We got Invectum. Thank you guys very, very much for your generosity. I appreciate it. By the way, we got to update Gray Duck. Oh, look at that. Gray Duckling's at 102 for the week. Thank you, buddy. Our third person in the 100 Club. Let's go into the thoughts of the audience. I can't go all the way back. Jesus Christ. 09 Canyon says, wouldn't they have looked at all the work computers and maybe his coworker or friend's computers too? I feel like if that happened, we would have been told. These people share too much, quite frankly. Wait a minute. Balls Deep says to Meow Meow, listen, everyone, Aaron really is standing up for Ava, for Kiki, but also he doesn't need trans trouble. Those people are unhinged. And Balls Deep says, how do you think he lost his Twitch? I don't know, man. Look, I have a problem with the bathroom stuff. I have a problem with the locker room stuff. But, like, I see some of those bottom feeders on the internet, and they just say nasty shit. They go out of their way to say nasty shit about trans people. It's like, as far as trans individuals, like, my whole fight is, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Leave me alone. My position towards them is my position towards anyone else. If I have a reason to talk to you or hang out with you, I will. Otherwise, fuck off, please. Get out of the bathroom. Get out of the locker room. Don't teach my kids about it in school. Just please, fuck off. You're being overbearing. Like, it's not a hatred of trans people thing. It's the same thing you'd say to, like, someone who's annoying the fuck out of you. That's all it is. Dr. Doom says, Aaron, you should stay away from this shit. Well, this doesn't hurt any of that stuff, Dr. Doom. I'm fine on that. This has nothing to do with that. Turtle Steel Shell says, look, we can't just shoot pinholes. Ammo is expensive. We just need a good rope and the kid diddler. Jesus. It's graphic in here tonight. Papa Shab says, sleepwalking into a Jew lawsuit. Well, he's Jewish. Brian says, Shuli and Eso both would get high and then play video games online with children. Really, really young children. Okay, but like, so did Mersh. That doesn't mean that he's a pedo or he had stuff on his computer. I mean, we can't start doing that. We can't start doing that, you know? Sam Show says, Aaron, we're all talking about the emperor's murder. We have no emperor and no heir. That's never happened before. I suppose we should all be worried. Huh? Something about an emperor. Yikes. Well, I tell you what, it's going to get really fascinating. And I'll tell you this about that Ava. She's a Spitfire. I mean, she's a loose cannon. She goes off. So this whole thing will be very, very interesting, at least for a little while. All right, let's get into some news, shall we? Enough already. Enough with all this petty drama and who's suing who and who's getting who and who's going after who. My God. Let's have a little fun. I guess that's what you'd call this next story. It's a little fun. It's also eerie, frightening, and psychotic. You know how two people will fall for each other, either online or in real life, and they'll start hooking up, and then one of them's got a husband or a wife, and they're like, I love you so much, but I can't get away from them. You need to kill them. And they'll develop some, like, murder for hire plot. You know, it happens a lot. You know, you start cheating with someone, you got that limerence going on, and you're like, they convince you that they're a victim. That's the worst. I mean, you should never listen to a cheater about what a piece of shit the other person is. And by the way, I've been on both sides of this. I've done it, and I've had it done to me. We lie. First of all, you're a cheater. If you're going outside your marriage, you're already a fucking liar. You shouldn't believe a word that person says, especially while their dick is in you. So we all say shit. That, like, you know, oh, this person, you play up how terrible the person is. A, to soothe your own guilt for what you're doing. And two, so that other person will, you know, be with you, do what you want, whatever. It gets really dramatic in some of these stories where you get like murder for hire, kill my husband, kill my wife, and we can be together. Well, this one went a little different. This was a woman who found a guy and convinced a man to take money to kill her. Here, Channel 9 has the story.
Quickly, his story changed, later admitting to investigators he's had an online relationship with Exelby for roughly 2 years, where they discussed bondage, suicide, and her desire to have someone kill her.
Oh, that's you found yourself a winner there, sir. Good job. Good job. So, you know, I mean, the older you get when you're single, the dating pool shrinks, and you either got to go an ugly, lovely person or a complete fucking gorgeous psychopath.
Investigators say they searched Exelby's Airbnb in Marion County and found receipts in the trash for October 10th. All charges.
Which was 1 month after Charlie Kirk was killed.
to Hall's card, showing Hall purchased a rope, gun cleaner, and a shovel. Purchases investigators say were all made just before the suspect admitted to picking up Sonia Exelby at the Gainesville airport.
Oh, my God. They were going to go through it. Of course, his name's Dwayne. D-Wayne. Of course, his name's D-Wayne. By the way, why do you need a gun cleaner? Isn't it just going to be one shot, point blank? Do you really need a clean gun? Jeez, what a neat freak.
Hall says he had sex with Exelby, but he says she agreed to bring him $4,000 in cash. Instead, she gave him $1,200 from her card. He told investigators he was upset.
So the chick you're fucking wants to give you $4,000 to kill her. You know, you already don't care about her enough to stop her from dying and living your life without her. But now you're mad that it's $1,200 instead of $4,000? Ma'am, D-Wayne doesn't get out of bed for $1,200, let alone shoot a bitch in the face. You better pay up to D-Wayne and put some respect on my name, woman. Feed you to the goddamn gators.
FDLE recovered video off of Hall's phone that he recorded of Exelby, who investigators described as having multiple bruises, abrasions to her face and neck, visibly crying. Investigators say Hall asked on the video how she would want to die. She hesitated and said to be stabbed.
Jesus, of all the different ways to go, you're picking stab? You know it's going to take a minute for you to bleed out. It's not like he knows that perfect aortic spot like Dexter does. Fuck, she's hardcore. Not only are you going to have somebody kill you, but you're going to give him $4,000 for the trouble?
Investigators found messages Exelby is believed to have sent to her friend on a gaming app that FDLE says shows Hall was controlling her, that she was afraid and made a mistake.
Then why are you flying to his house to have him whack you?
FDLE says Hall's phone records took them to the wooded area in Marion County off of Southwest 30th Terrace, where they found a grave and later remains belonging to Exelby.
Oh, he did. Oh, so he did it. He followed through. Did he keep the 1,200? Did he? I want to know the important shit about this story. Does he get to, I know it doesn't matter now technically because of because of the whole him being arrested thing, but was he going to get to keep the, did he kill her because that's the way she wanted to go, or did he kill her because it was a fit of rage? I don't understand it. George Carlin always made the joke. He said, if you're going to hurt yourself, go to Walmart, buy a rope, put it on the credit card. You're not going to have to pay the fucking thing. So then again, in a murder for hire thing like this, you're leaving a paper trail for the other guy to get caught. Dr. Doom says, Aaron, have you seen the story of the 42-year-old woman who banged her daughter's 14-year-old boyfriend and had a baby? Oh, send me a fucking link, my friend. Put a link in the chat. My Lost Interest says, always pay cash for the shovel and rope. Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. You're in the we love each other. You're doing the Capulet and Montague thing. Got to pay cash. Never. As West Indian Archie said, if the man don't have no paper, he don't have no proof. Hulkamasha Baby says, yeah, SP took the ugly option. Now, wait a minute. We're not in our 60s, for God's sake. And SP is a fucking dime. I put my teeth together so hard when I said that, I almost cracked them. Fuck me. Landers says, D-Wayne is a perfectionist. I can respect that. Yeah, it's nice. D-Wayne had standards. D-Wayne was like, first of all, bitch, we agreed to $4,000. I ain't going to kill you for $1,200. Now, something changed his mind. She was probably like, yeah, but you don't care. And if you don't love me, he's like, fuck, I'll do it for free now. But he was like, look, I want a gun cleaner. I want to make sure my gun's clean. I want to make sure she shoots true. And then imagine that. You go buy a gun cleaner. How much does a gun cleaning kit cost? How much for a gun cleaning kit? You're looking at $20 to $200. Let's say $80. This guy spent $80 on a gun cleaning kit, and she decides she wants to be stabbed. Will it be knife, poison, or a strangulation? So he's out $80 that he could have taken himself out to a nice dinner, and he had to pay for a gun cleaning kit. My Lost Interest saying it was a misunderstanding. She meant stabbed with that D. Hey-o. Yeah, Dr. Doom, send me a link to that story. I would love to go over that one tonight. I've reached my threshold with for drama with that Shuli shit. So send me the link to that story and let's go, baby, let's go. Well, that's what I say. Thank you guys very much. Sam Show says, look at that guy. He didn't get the $80 one. I don't know, man. If you look at D-Wayne looks like the kind of guy, if he's going to spend money on anything, he's going to spend money on his gun cleaning. You know? Maybe not a, organic diet. Let's go back. Let's look at D-Wayne. There's D-Wayne. Take a look at D-Wayne. Tell me that ain't a guy. Tell me that's a guy that gets the $20 gun cleaning kit. Come on, guys. I mean, D-Wayne, you want to say that D-Wayne looks dirty, but he doesn't. His hair is kept pretty nice. He keeps his beard in good order. It's trimmed all right. Anybody looks bad in those jail outfits, take it from me. Everybody. I mean, that's nobody's color, my man. Yeah, Lander says D-Wayne is a man of culture. Yeah. D-Wayne's all right. You guys, some of you are being a little too high on him. All right, One Loot, take it easy. One Loot in the chat goes, cut the sapien on the thigh off in seconds or side of the neck vein. You're never coming to one of our shows ever. Ever. I think I have the lineup for our next anniversary show. I want Stuttering John and Bob Levy. That's who I want for the next anniversary show. Or Alex Stein. That's who I want for the next anniversary. That's my idea. We'll see. All right, here's the story. We don't have a video version of this. Just, it's an Australian story? No, it's Illinois. Hold on. I'm finding. Thank you for the link. I appreciate that. Robin Polston. Here we go. This is what I want. I want a video story of this bitch. Really? They don't have one here either? Holy shit. You know what? I'm sorry. I apologize to Dr. Doom. This is harder to look for than I thought. Here we go. Now I got it. All right. It was worth the wait. Here you go, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. It's our last evening show of the week.
A Washington woman accused of sexually assaulting a minor and getting pregnant as a result will stay in jail until her next court date.
Good call.
Good Tuesday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Janice Rebholz. She's accused of using a burner phone to hide the alleged contact, but prosecutors say she took plenty of pictures and videos of the two. It's our top story tonight. 43-year-old Robin Polston is accused of assaulting a minor, becoming pregnant with his baby. That child has been born, we're told.
This is the biggest fucking disaster I've heard all week. Oh, my God. Now, first of all, the mom having sex with the daughter's boyfriend is about as white trash as it gets already. But then throw on top of that they were so careless that he knocked her up and then she kept the baby and she's having it. I mean, even if they wanted to stay together, first of all, the infidelity is not good. And I mean the 14-year-olds, the daughter and the boyfriend. Even if they wanted to stay together, I mean, trying to work off the whole you fucked my mom thing is a little weird. But then on top of that, what are they going to do? Raise the kid together? And you're going to have to explain where the kid came from. And, maybe you just give the baby to the daughter. Two of them try to raise it together. They pretend it's hers. It's going to look like her anyway. I don't know. You know what I think? I think this whole situation is so goddamn fucked up that none of that matters.
The affidavit.
That baby, I think the odds of that baby being a really, really strong contributing member to society is low. I'm rooting for the kid, but I mean, this might be one of those kicks that starts left and stays left.
Claims that these assaults took place throughout 2024 and that Polston initially lied about the identity of the baby's father. DNA testing eventually confirming that he was the father. Now, Judge Derek Asbury denied her release, saying previous behavior shows that Polston could not be trusted to avoid contact with her alleged victim.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, she's going to be feeling a certain kind of way about having the baby, contacting the baby daddy. That's a good call. She should probably chill out.
Her next day in court is December 4th.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Doom, for that one. That is, that's frightening. Muttering Jay says, is that Lemmy? Stop it. Stop it. Knock it off. Sam Show says she's got Taylor Shabusiness vibes about her. Isn't that the woman who cut off the guy's cock and put it in a crock pot? Oh, was she a winner? Yeah, she was cut, like she killed him and then cut up pieces of him and hid him in like crock pots around the house. I don't know. It seems like that woman, wasn't a threat to do that to the guy. But the whole getting knocked up thing? Oof. Sorry, kid. That is the breaks. That is the breaks. Oh, boy. We have a complaint. Hold on. Guys. We have a listener complaint. I think I should take this. I think I got to address this. This is from Elliot. It says, hey, man, I really like you as a broadcaster and think you're better than most streamers. Your voice, body language, demeanor. As a Jewish person, fuck. I got to say, I'm a little sick of the nonsense anti-Semitism from you and Johnny, though. Not sure why it's nonstop and the point, but wanted to share. It's like every show, multiple times a show. You murdered my savior. I'm sorry, man. Thank you for reaching out. I'm joking around most of the time. I got to be honest, most of the time. There we go. You know what? He was really nice. I'm not going to be mean about it. I will put in the you murdered my savior part because that's just fun and games. But, some fucking Jew. No. No. And then he ends his message with,
you little bastard, you attacked my stepson?
That's how we should read. By the way, My Lost Interest writes, sincerely, YouTube. No, that's not. This guy, Dr. Doom says, Aaron, say nothing without your lawyer. Should I read his message again? I'll read it in his voice. Hey, man, I really like you as a broadcaster, and I think you're better than most streamers. Your voice, your body language, your demeanor. As a Jewish person, I gotta say I'm a little sick of the nonsense anti-Semitism from you and Johnny, though. Not sure why it's nonstop and the point, but wanted to share. It's like every show, multiple times a show. The Babylonians couldn't end the Jews. The Persians couldn't end the Jews. The Romans couldn't end the Jews. The Germans couldn't end the Jews. And Tucker Carlson's not going to end the Jews.
You little bastard, you attacked my stepson?
And that's how he ends it. It was, I'm sorry, I don't want to give names out, but it does rhyme with Hark Shavin. Just, I had to have some fun with it. Baba Shab says they all lack self-awareness. I mean, come on, we do. We lean into it pretty hard. I mean, and also, look, Israel's been fucking around a lot, so Zionism is on the front of my brain because it is interfering with a lot of my country's interests in favor of another country's interests, and I probably let that spill over. So you add that commentary on top of like jokes and humor, and yeah, I'm sure for some people it gets fucking exhausting. I understand. I get it. 329 people checking out the show right now. Thank you very much. YouTube bringing up the rear, though. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, guys. Rumble, you're looking good, but it can always be better. Hit like, hit follow. Let's get, hey, man, get it to 350, and then who knows, maybe 400. Fine with me. Thanks a lot. Sam Show said, see, Taste Fairy Ialto says that was Shuli's sock account. God damn it. Sam Show says Aaron's a Jew lover now. I hate you. I can't win. I try to keep everybody happy. This is what happens. Electric Shoes says, have you covered the DoorDash girl who tried to cry assault on a customer and got arrested herself? Send the link in the chat, and if you want to throw a few bucks with that link, I'm cool with that too. I gotta say, wonderful start to the show. I appreciate it. We are doing our experiment. Our experiment so far is 2-2. That's the record on our experiment so far. Thank you very much for the $10. OG Anonymous Fake Dono says, put this towards the experiment. Aren't these shows better and more fun with the experiment? And also the numbers are higher for the experiment. I mean, 300. Remember a week ago or so, I was saying, God damn, we can't even get over 300 for the evening shows anymore. And now we're at 334. Keep hitting thumbs up. Keep breaking that little algorithm cheat they've got on us over on YouTube. I appreciate it. All right. You guys want to hear what Mark Levin said back to me? He says, you can do whatever you want. I'm just reaching out to give my opinion. I don't give a shit about politics because it's all rigged. Your coverage of the internet nonsense, comedians, and other compound and gas digital stuff is really entertaining and enjoyable for me during my work. You have a lot of talent as a broadcaster with your voice, demeanor, body language. Eat. He meant to say etc. He then says etc. But he wrote eat, and that made me feel like it was a fat attack, so I was going to be mean. But he meant to say etc. Thank you, Sam Show. You're really going to think I'm a Jew lover now. Thank you for reaching out. I do appreciate it. And let me know when I'm off the reservation in the future. I like feedback from my fans. I do. And this guy was really respectful. Oh, he wrote, we're not all dorky, money-grubbing media manipulators.
You little bastard, you attacked my stepson?
I don't, I feel, no, listen, I do feel bad that he thinks that. I think that. I feel bad that he thinks I think all Jewish people are money-grubbing media manipulators. For the record, I don't think that. I don't think I don't see a Jewish person walk down the street and go, they run CBS. That's not, for me, it's more like, this is like Muslims, right? Muslims get mad. They think everybody thinks they're terrorists. No, we don't think all Muslims are terrorists. That's terrible. But what we are, no, stop lighting those green lights in the chat. We are not, stop it. Stop. That's not what I'm doing right now. So, yes, a lot of the people, if you're a Zionist, that could be a Christian or a Jewish person. But if you're someone who puts the interests of Israel over the interests of the United States, and then especially if you try to play it like you're acting in my best interest to manipulate me, I'm going to be mad at you for that. And that's usually Zionists. It's Jewish and Christian Zionists. But the average Jewish person walking down the street, I'm not like, I bet they work for fucking Bank of America. No, of course not. Of course not. Put those green lights away. Enough already. He was a nice guy. He reached out. He didn't, motherfuck me publicly or go all over Reddit or anything like that. He was very nice. He was very respectful, and I appreciate that. It's like the least Jewy thing anyone's ever done. I also have to admit, I can't help myself. If I've shown one thing throughout my career, can't help myself. Where's that story of the DoorDash chick, by the way, who tried to cry victim and then ended up getting arrested? I'm really fascinated by that one. Wally World, thank you very much for the gifted membership. That's very kind of you. We're 48 of those away from 500 memberships. That's great. Remember, having a membership means what? No ads on Rumble. Thank you very, very much, Wally World. That's going to put you at 76, just right outside the top 5. I appreciate it, bud. God, you know what's weird? Why, after all these years of doing a show, Like, I can do a show, I can yell things into the ether, I can do jokes. None of it affects me. None of it bothers me. I'm fine. But like one fan reaches out earnestly, privately, it makes me feel bad. It does, because they're so respectful. They're so nice. And I'm like, oh no, I made that really nice fan of mine who thinks I'm really, really good. I made him feel like shit about who he is. Now, if you're going to be a cunt about it and scream it from the rooftops, I'm glad I made you feel like shit about whatever background you are. But if you're really nice about it and you're clearly not, like, if there was a Jewish person who like went public and was like, Aaron is the worst guy in the world, and I'm not saying we should cancel his platform, but there's certain actions you can take. It's like, God, you're proving my point. But if you're a nice guy and you're like, that's very mean of you, I shouldn't even be doing that voice. That's very mean of you, and I wish you would stop because it hurts my feelings. That's really respectful. I appreciate that, and it makes me feel bad. Now, Sam Show is saying they're going to tunnel under my house now. He's not a tunnel guy, I promise. Dr. Doom says, Aaron, there's a great documentary on Prime about John Candy. UNSP should definitely watch it. He was a really good dude. We are going to watch it. She's more of a John Candy person than I am. You can tell her taste in men. One thing we're watching right now, though, is not Black Dog. What the fuck is it called? Guys, Jason Bateman, Jude Law. It's a restaurant. Mob guys, loan shark guys hold it over their head. Black Rabbit. I think it's Black Rabbit or Dark Rabbit or something like that. I'm into that. I'm 2 episodes into that. I love that. SP and I both really like that. We're going to watch that out, or check that, or watch that from now on. As far as the John Candy thing, that is on the list. That is on the list for SP and I. What's the John Candy one called? I Like Me. That's what it's called. Now people are saying, Aaron, you should check out Chair Company. Chair Company is really good. Hey, man, I will. All right, let's get, there's old D-Wayne again. Let's get into the Theo Von, Joe Rogan thing. Toad Climbs Mountain says, yeah, Black Rabbit's a good show. Mob Shark Restaurant. No, not Mob Shark. It's Mob Loan Shark. They take it over. It's a whole thing. Bateman's a fuck up. You know what it reminds me of? Jude Law in that movie reminds me of Mike McDermott in Rounders. And Jason Bateman in that movie reminds me of Worm. It's kind of, it's not too dissimilar. Only they're brothers. All right, let's get into some other shit. Let's get into this Theo Von, Joe Rogan stuff. You know, it's so sad. I watched a Too Lazy to Try video on this today, and that's what caused me to look this up. Go check out Too Lazy to Try on YouTube. I don't think he's on Rumble. But he put out a video saying that, Theo Von made Joe Rogan uncomfortable during their podcast, and Theo went too deep into conspiracies and attacked some of Rogan's guys, and Rogan didn't like it. And I love Too Lazy to Try, but one thing he definitely does is live on the internet too much, and he overreads like social cues. Like he'll see a little thing and go, well, you can tell now that he totally hates his fucking guts and hopes he dies. And it's like, all right, dude, calm down. He twitched his neck to the left a little bit. Relax. But for the most part, I think he brings up some really interesting stuff, and he's got a lot of fascinating things to say about it. Theo went on Rogan's show, and I will say that I noticed this. We got a few clips for you to show you. Rogan is really backed off. He's either really backed off all the conspiracy stuff a lot because he's interviewing Trump and Peter Thiel likes him and Elon Musk likes him, or Rogan has bred this new generation of comics who are conspiracy theorists and who think for themselves and come up with shit that they've kind of gone farther than him. You know, did Rogan change and he moved towards the center, or did everyone else go past him in terms of conspiracies and he stood still, but it looks like he changed? Let's go to these clips of he and Theo Von, and you can tell me what you think. This one is Theo Von defending Representative Thomas Massey, and I got a little weirded out by this one with Joe. I got a bad vibe from Joe because it seemed like Joe talks to certain people of certain political stripes, and they don't like outsiders like Massey, so that, you know, this is the problem. You can live in a bubble. Bill Maher was busting Patton Oswalt's balls about this, and we got a video. We got a clip of it up on YouTube right now. You can check it out. Our Bill Maher, Patton Oswalt thing. Hit like on it. But Bill Maher and Patton Oswalt were talking about how people can be in the bubble. And when people are in the bubble, nothing gets through. And if nothing gets through, how are you supposed to know what's really going on? You just sit in your bubble and you think that's the way life is. This is how I feel Joe Rogan gets with his buddies when it comes to guys like Thomas Massey, because there's a lot of guys out there that like Thomas Massey.
Yeah, I don't think I've had people that's that dangerous. Maybe Thomas Massey.
Oh, did you have him on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all hate him right now. It's
See, that's what I hate. What do you mean they all hate him? I bet Peter Thiel hates him. I bet people on the Epstein list hate him, because he doesn't give Trump a rubber stamp and he makes him try to be an actual conservative. But everybody hates him right now. See, I worry about. I think Joe Rogan starting to get into these ideological circles is a bad thing for like the tenor of his show.
This is a sad thing about both political parties, not just the right, but the left too, is they decide
Both sides, bro.
that they're going to gang up on someone for not towing the line.
Yeah.
Like whatever happened to having different opinions? Whatever happened to having different perspectives and being able to argue your perspective? But then they have these goofy ass bills.
So that's the end of that. But he starts with, everybody hates Thomas Massey. No, they don't. I would argue that the majority of Republicans probably agree with Thomas Massey. The majority of them like Thomas Massey. So I worry that Rogan, ever since he started interviewing all these guys and becoming buddy-buddy with them, I kind of worry that Rogan is in the bubble now, the right bubble instead of the left bubble. This is Theo Vaughn trying to... Now, see, this is another thing where I feel like Joe is starting to back off the conspiracy stuff. He talks to his billionaire buddies, and his billionaire buddies... Now I'm doing the too lazy to try thing. And his billionaire buddies are going, Joe, we don't talk about that. That's crazy talk. Don't. And Theo Vaughn's more of an ear to the ground kind of a guy. Let's watch this next clip. They talk about JFK.
This is not new. Congressmen, senators, blackmail being used by intelligence agencies. None of it's new. It was pioneered by the mafia. You having sex with somebody who's underage, then they own you forever if they have photo, audio, video of you doing that.
Wild. So if that exists...
It's nothing new, by the way. That's what Mossad did with Jeffrey Epstein and our guys. Mob did that too. I mean, that scene in Godfather 2 is perfect. Where Al Neary is the hitman. Senator Geary, Pat Geary. Senator Geary gets found with that dead hooker, and then Tom Hagen's just like, we own you now because we know about this, but we're going to clean it up for you, and we're friends now.
Existed at all in the 1990s, okay? That Mitch McConnell guy was around back then, A lot of these Nancy Pelosi type people, they've been around since this. There's photos of Nancy Pelosi with JFK. Think of that. That was before we didn't go to the moon.
Yeah.
It was 1963.
That was before Israel didn't kill him.
You think so?
I didn't say anything.
I heard you say Israel killed him.
You did?
That's what I heard.
Jamie, did you put something in this?
They didn't. The glasses.
They didn't do it.
Oh, before Israel didn't do it. Oh, yeah. I see what you did. I think...
I didn't say anything.
I think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
Lee Harvey Oswald went to my middle school. Do you know that?
See, Joe, I always like it when Joe doesn't want any part of something. He's too nice to tell his guests, like, I don't want any fucking part of this. I don't have anything to say about this. Leave me out of it. He'll just change. It'll be just rapid change of subject. That's it. Just rapid change of subject. He'll go, that was before the Israel didn't kill JFK. Yeah, you think so? I think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. What do you think about ice cream bars? You like ice cream bars? I got a THC ice cream bar that was delivered by a chimp. What do you think about that, Theo? That's wild. Joe is, again, it could be that Theo is just getting more out of pocket than Joe ever did when it came to all of that stuff. Or Joe is kind of reining it in a little bit because he's maybe got friends who don't like that kind of talk. Let's keep going. Let's find out. This is Theo Vaughn talking about... Now, I thought this was shitty of Joe. Remember when Joe Rogan made it public that like Theo Vaughn was having a really hard time emotionally with the DHS stuff? And then he tried to blame Mark Maron's Hitler joke for it. And I don't think it really affected Theo as much as Joe Rogan said. I think he just wanted to attack Mark Maron and guilt him. Well, this is Theo, in his own words, talking about the Department of Homeland Security. If you don't know about this, DHS put out an ad or a promo, and they used Theo Vaughn in it, and then Theo Vaughn started getting threats, and he got really paranoid about it. This is that clip from Rogan.
Dude, they made me the video thing. You see that thing where they put me on the video?
Oh, that was crazy. They didn't even ask you.
Oh, it was really scary for me.
You were just joking around because you were talking to a guy who's his friend. And this was quite a while ago, too, right? When was that video?
Yeah, I don't know. I it could have been like a year and a half ago or something. I don't remember. But that was crazy.
But it was
like,
it was a joke,
yeah,
right?
She's like a friend. I don't know if she said a friend of mine got deported. I can't remember what she said. But she's like, what? Do you have anything to say to him, right? And I was like, bye. You know?
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's real or not. I have no idea.
You have no idea. It's literally someone just handed you a phone. And then Homeland Security, was that what it was?
Yeah, just put it up online. And it was
it
after
Homeland
the Charlie
Security?
Kirk thing. Yeah. And so then I was like super scared, you remember? Yeah. Remember, I was texting like you. I was just texting people to make sure everybody's okay. I didn't know if they were like just going to kill people that had been on TikTok or whatever. Like, I had no idea.
Theo Vaughn has been, apparently he's really good friends with Candace Owens, and he hangs out with Candace Owens. And Theo's really, and he's had a lot of pro-Palestinian people on his show. So yeah, he's probably really worried, really paranoid. Also, protesters and shit are going after people who support ICE and going after ICE agents. So yeah, Theo didn't want his name on that shit. And that was kind of shitty of them to do that to him. And also, Theo's got mental health issues too, admittedly, by his own admission. And that can't help him.
What they were going to do.
I just can't believe they did that with you, where they just put it in there as if like you were endorsing that.
Well, it just kind of, and it was just a scary time. That was the same time as after the Charlie Kirk thing.
Who greenlit that?
Probably just some fucking trap beat.
But
you know what it was? It was probably somebody who works for the Department of Homeland Security who's a big Theo Vaughn fan, and they're like, I bet you Theo will love this. It's fucking based. And then Theo's like, hey, you're going to get me fucking killed, dude. I go out and about. I'm in my community. I don't need to get fucking shot at.
Artist or whatever.
Like if a company did that, you could sue them. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was privatized.
Well, yeah.
Like if
your
ICE
name,
was a
image, and
private
likeness.
company, and that was the people that the United States hired to get rid of illegal immigrants, and they used you would sue them. You could sue them.
Well, it was just scary.
But the government can just put that up there. And then what did you do? You had to formally request them taking it down?
Yeah, I had to hire an attorney to get him help to take it down.
How long did it take to take it down?
I think like 48 hours or something. But it had like 30 million views over a couple platforms.
Yeah, I mean the damage had been done.
It was taken down until they just heard you say it.
Of course not.
I knew because you told me, but I couldn't believe it. When you first asked me what I should do about this, I was like, it's probably nothing. And I was in the car and I didn't watch it. And then I got to the club. Then I talked to you from the club. And you're like, you didn't see it? I was like, no. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing? Like, it's like, that's not how.
This is where my conspiratorial brain kicks in when I'm on the show. Because when I was listening to this myself, I kind of took it at face value. But now I'm on the show and we're kicking around all kinds of wild ideas like a bunch of retards sitting in a garage. And I'm thinking to myself, wonder if they're doing this shit on purpose to see if they can't get Theo Vaughn, because of the way he talks about the government and the way he criticizes foreign policy, and he talks about Israel a certain way. I wonder if they're not trying to get Theo targeted. And now I'm not saying that's what I think. I'm saying when I watch this shit on the show with you guys, and I'm trying to come up with takes on it on the fly, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Here's an interesting angle to go with this.
You envisioned the government? The government made a hype video?
Yeah. They were like deportation hype videos with trap beats and shit. And I was like, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. Everything is turned into like the WWE.
That's true. They're making like promo reels for deportations. And it's like, okay, but we're $37 trillion in debt. And you're spending money on this. Like you're giving someone a job whose job it is all day. They're on the clock to go and create these animations or these promo videos, or these hype videos and all this. And it's like, it should be low on our list of shit to do. Like even Tom Homan has said, we got a lot more people left to deport. So I don't think we need to be making, hype videos for deportations. All's fair in lawfare. I like this guy. He's a decent egg. He's a good guy. I like all's fair in lawfare. He says, Theo Vaughn looks exactly the same as he did during Road Rules. Glitch in the Matrix. You know what? Do me a favor. Go back and watch some Theo Vaughn Road Rules. He was a lot thinner, especially in the face back then. Theo looks a little older, all's fair and lawfare. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for the $10. That's very kind of you. But we're not, we're doing our experiment. So far, the experiment is 2-2 this week. We had 2 really rough ones. We had 2 amazing ones, including this morning. Thank you guys very much. If the experiment holds, Steel Toe has no downsides, no negatives. So thank you very much. And as we try to get to 500 memberships this week on Rumble, we're 48 away. So thank you very, very much. Oh, by the way, guys, our Jewish friend wrote us back. He DM'd me again after I told him, I'll be careful. Or as Sam Show says, I fell for Jewish tricks. He said, Mel Gibson, Kanye, Aaron Imholt, some of my favorite entertainers hate my people. Now, I didn't read it in his voice. I know that you guys are like, wow, Aaron, if I had a show like you did. By the way, when I say that tens of thousands of people listen to, I can give you the numbers. I looked at it today. So far for this month, this is just this month. This is not the last 30 days. 30,000 unique viewers on Rumble. That's a real number. We get paid by that number. And on YouTube, 21.1 thousand unique viewers on YouTube this week. I don't mean to brag, but Facebook unique viewers, 1,200. But look, it's... every little bit helps. I don't even know what Twitter or Kick are, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds or the thousands. So over 50,000 unique. So I got 50,000 people watching me. And I'm thinking to myself, out of what this guy says, Mel Gibson, this Jewish guy goes, Mel Gibson, Kanye, Aaron Imholt, some of my favorite entertainers hate my people. Instead of me going, oh my God, that's terrible. He thinks I hate his people. My egotistical ass hears this guy. I'm one of this guy's favorite entertainers, along with Kanye and Mel Gibson. Fucking rad. Yes. Awesome. It's not the right way. I'm just letting you guys know that's not how you should be taking that. All right, so let's read it again. He says, Mel Gibson, Kanye, Aaron Imholt, some of my favorite entertainers hate my people. It's a real shot to the gut as my grandfather was in the Holocaust. He's fine. He's a good guy. He's all right. He's okay. How many messages was that, by the way, that the Holocaust got brought up? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth message, we got the Holocaust. All right. It's a real shot to the gut as my grandfather was in the Holocaust, you bastard, and had to flee Germany at 14. I know you'll love this one. I don't love the... Oh, this part. I know you'll love this one. My grandparents worked with the Truman administration with Israel bonds to get a safe haven for the Jewish people during World War II. You bastard. I used to love Jake Shields, too, but he's gone fucking mental. Crazy times. Here's to tuning into Steel Toe for some daily dad and work duties.
You little bastard, you attacked my stepson?
I will agree with him on that. Jake Shields is out of his fucking mind. And Jake Shields is one of those guys who lifts more than he can. He tries to bench more than he can lift intellectually. Like, he says a lot of shit that if a guy with a lot of know-how and everything else and was really articulate said it, it would sound really smart. But when he says it, it sounds like a guy repeating some shit he heard. But, I'm not a Jake Shields guy. He is a little out of his mind. Yeah, man, it's obviously a sensitive topic for all parties involved. And Netanyahu isn't doing what's best for Israel, in my opinion. All right, well, then we agree on that one. However, a lot of people are linking Jew hate to a hawkish government. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, just giving my perspective as a new fan. Who knows? All these governments are fucking corrupt and doing what's best for them and not the people they serve. Here's to continuing the jokes, the humor, and overall acceptance of all types of people. Oh, no, I'm going to lose too many fans if I go that far. Again, your broadcasting skills are top tier. Enjoy the show. Here's to it. I'll just say thank you, sir. Should I say l'chaim? Let's do that. That'll make me sound really cool. Just spell it right. There. Now I'm a pro-Jewish guy. How do you like that? Yeah, MSO, I caught it too. He says, your Mark Levin is slipping into Howard Cosell. It is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Cassius Clay, a.k.a. Muhammad Ali. You bastard, you attacked my stepson, Joe Frazier? It is hard. Yeah, they are kind of similar. So when you're doing a Howard Cosell, it's got to come from the middle of your mouth and not quite up into your nose like Mark Levin. Because Howard Cosell was a professional of the highest order. Whereas Mark Levin talks from up here. Tucker Carlson, you piece of shit. It's a little different. And then for like PBD, you have to talk down here and you have to talk like an absolute retard. When you have a business and you sell fly traps, and let's say I'm selling you fly traps and the fly trap hangs from your garage, and I sell you 14 fly traps, but you only need 12. You're going to take back the other 2 fly traps, right? You're not going to keep them in your house. You take back the other 2 fly traps. So that's why the top marginal tax rate should be about 32%. What the fuck are you babbling about? This is a show where I just yell at myself in different voices. Wally World with $2 says, did you see your favorite Jasmine Crockett fuck up? No, but I love Jasmine Crockett, and I can't wait to see her fuck up. That would be fantastic. Papa Shav says, Aaron's best impression is Jewish. I mean, that's true, Levin, Howard Cosell. But what about, what's his name? What about PBD? By the way, I'm getting a lot of comments in the shorts about people saying, oh, the PBD is, I love the PBD impression. I still need to work on it. I think I need to go a little more guttural for PBD. I mean, this is like the 3rd time on the show that I've even tried a PBD impression, so I haven't even leaned into developing it. But yes, I think you need to be a little more down here, and I think you need to be a little more Assyrian because I'm Assyrian, and when you're Assyrian, you talk like a fucking idiot, and people have to pretend that you're very smart. Last time I saw a guy like PBD was selling cigars at a bar in Las Vegas. He loves Las Vegas, too. Persians they fucking love everything glitzy and all of that. Phil Herslit says, Alex Jones and Jesse Ventura are still my favorite. I love doing my Alex Jones impression, but it blows my voice out terribly. Oh, God, guys. Oh, no. Don't do this, buddy. Don't do this. Our buddy, we'll just call him Mark Levin. So I said, thank you, sir, L'chaim. Dude, he's doing all the stereotype things. So he already brought up the Holocaust. Guess what he told me I should do next? And I like this guy. And if you're listening right now, I love you. I think you're great. And you're giving me a great perspective, and I appreciate it. And this is all for comedy. This is all for performance. But guess what he told me I should do? Guess what he told me that I should do? I'll give you a hint. Yep, Nomo got it. He just told me that I should visit Israel. I love my Jewish fans. They're fantastic. They're amazing. They're wonderful. I didn't even know I had them. If you ever get the chance, I highly, all caps, highly recommend going to Israel. It's a country like no other. So much history, food, beaches, people. The energy there is like nowhere I've ever been, but maybe not now, but you get it. Fuck. Papa Shab says this has to be a bit. I swear to God it's not a bit. When people say like, Joe probably didn't even like doing a show. I love doing this show so much. So I don't, dude, to spend 6 o'clock to 8:30 doing shit like this and getting paid by the nicest audience in the world to do it. Oh my God, I'm crying from laughing. Loaded Wrench with $2 says Trump impression is number 1. My Trump is not that good. There's a lot of people who like it. It's not my favorite because it's just up here and then you got to come back down. I don't know. Wally World says $7,000 to tweet. I'd take it. What should I say to him? Because I don't want to lie and be like, ew, fuck it. Because like anytime someone says you should go to Israel, my immediate like guttural reaction is, ew, fucking gross. And that's offensive to a lot of people. Like if I say, like if a Jewish person He's being really nice to your face. And they go, you should visit Israel. And I went, ew, fucking no, gross. That would offend them. So I don't want to say that. I should just write, hit the goal. No, I can't. We're not talking about that. It could be an option someday. My girlfriend hates when I do that. SP fucking hates when I do that. She's like, you're not going to do anything. I'm like, I know, but I want to be nice. I'll leave it open-ended. Because when I told Ralph, when he asked me to do the Fuck Merch Festival, I was like, yeah, right now, things for me, I got to be more in control of my own broadcast right now with everything that's going on. So we're not going to work together right now. But good luck, man. I hope it goes really well. And he's like, okay, that's cool. And then SP was like, why did you say that to him? Why didn't you just say we're not working together? I'm like, first of all, it's Ethan Ralph. It's fucking crazy. I don't want him to say some wild shit about me. Second of all, what, do you fear Ethan Ralph? A little bit. I think you should have a healthy fear of Ralph. But she's like, you're not going to work with him. I go, I know, but I'm just leaving the door open. Never say never. And so, like, with that guy, me being like, yeah, maybe not right now, but who knows? She's like, why would you say that to him? You're not going to Israel. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to be a dick. She's like, be a dick. Yeah, that's the other one, Taste Fairy Ialto. The other thing we keep saying, whenever she tells me, like, good news, whenever she says something good, I can't stop saying the Frito Bendejo line from Idiocracy. She'll be like, oh, yeah, by the way, we're totally free. We can go out to dinner this Saturday night. I just go, yeah, suck one. I can't wait to do that in public and embarrass the shit out of her. I really, like, if we go to, there's this Mexican restaurant we like, and if I'm like, hey, do you guys have that special household fashion you have? Yeah, we do. Yeah, suck one. And like, what was that? Nothing. Not a big deal. I want to see if I can get her to turn red. My Lost Interest says, I always tell people, nah, I'm good. Works every time. Hobo Chili says, SP is very smart for an imaginary person. Oh, Victor, if you're listening right now, this is a good idea. Can you get me Frito from Idiocracy saying, yeah, suck one? I want that drop. By the way, Victor got us another drop, and we got to figure out if we can replace one of the drops we already have. Yeah, this might actually work really well for the guy who's been DMing me tonight about my anti-Semitism, and he's been so nice about it. But I do have a new drop, and I want to get a spot for it, But why won't my Stream Deck go? Open my fucking stream. Oh, thank you. Took a second. Put this in here. This is from that CNN reporter. Remember her? I actually have an open spot. Let's. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the clip from this morning. Tell me what you think.
That sounds like you're saying Jews.
I don't know if we'll really use that one that much, but I liked it at the time. I liked it at the time. All right, guys. I can't say it's the experiment we're doing. But let me just say, you guys are doing great. Keep doing great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your generosity. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. And we're only 48 memberships away from 500. 329 of you checking out the show right now, according to Rumble Studio. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. All right. He's done. I think he's done messaging me now. Good. Let's go to this. Is this Jasmine Crockett? Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. They said that my girl Jasmine looked stupid today. I hope not, because Jasmine Crockett's my favorite. Invectum with a Patrick Bateman line says, cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. Oh, Victor, yeah. Let's get that one. Get me the Patrick Bateman, cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks, and Frito saying, yeah, suck one. Let's do this Jasmine Crockett thing that someone sent in. Thank you for the $1.99. Appreciate it. Here's Jasmine. God, this is our we've only got 50 minutes in our last evening show of the week, and this is by far the most fun I've had in any of our evening shows this week. Shit. Running out of time.
Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all.
Why is the Rhodes Scholar talking like that? It upsets me every time. So somebody went and fact-checked this about these Epstein donation financials things. First of all, if Jeffrey Epstein is a Mossad agent and he is there to disrupt the system, then he's going to give to both sides so it can be a poison pill to both of them. But it says, oof, Jasmine for U.S. is disastrously wrong here. None of these donors are the Jeffrey Epstein. Several are from the same Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, and the donations to Lee Zeldin are from after the Epstein K'd himself. So, oh no, wait a minute. Does that mean that Jasmine Crockett just brought to the floor of Congress the donor history of some innocent poor bastard named Jeffrey Epstein somewhere in bumfucked Egypt in the United States? So not only does this poor schmuck have to have the name Jeffrey Epstein for the rest of his life unless he decides to change it, but now Jasmine Crockett is digging up his political donor list and going, oh, look at this guy. Isn't this some fucked up shit, yo? Yo, the homeboy fucking bugging right here. Fuck he on about? What the fuck he talking about with his Mitt Romney looking ass? So this poor guy who's not the Jeffrey Epstein is having all of his, political donations thrown out there, and she's trying to make it sound like he's a pedo. And by the way, I got to say, Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, the innocent Jeffrey Epstein, he gives to the most boring fucking candidates ever. I love Mitt Romney. God, could you imagine who was excited enough for Mitt Romney that they gave him money? Like, I understand if you're an oil company and you give Mitt Romney money. I understand if you're a pharmaceutical company, a banking organization, and you give Mitt Romney money. But imagine just being a guy and you're like, you know who I feel passionate and moved by to give them my hard-earned money to support their campaign? Mitt Romney. Ew. Wanhead Rex says, beloved dentist and Rotarian Jeffrey Epstein. Hobo Chili says, Jeffrey Epstein, king of carpets in Astoria. Is he really? He's a member of the Rotary Club? I think I remember that Jeffrey Epstein. He got up there and made a speech about two mice who fell into a bucket of cream. One of the mice drowned. And then one of the other mice churned his legs so fast that he turned that butter into cream and walked out of the bucket. Really something. My Lost Interest says, what's worse, being named Jeffrey Epstein or Adolf Hitler? You know what my answer to that question is? No. There. No. Rummage Sale says, you are still in the same shirt. Yes. Yes, I am. I am still in the same shirt. Mick Buster says, Christopher Walken hates you now. I'm glad somebody picked out the Catch Me If You Can line. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, we got, oh shit, we had one more Rogan Theo Vaughn thing. I think it's too late. Honestly, it's too late. Besides, I like this story too. There is a woman who, there was a 7-Eleven that was being held up by a shooter. I'm sorry. There was a strangler. Fuck, I gave away the story. There was a 7-Eleven cashier who was terrified by this person who broke into the 7-Eleven and started strangling. And so this 7-Eleven cashier decided she was going to do something to defend herself. And now the store is saying that maybe she went too far. Let's go ahead and hit play on this story before I give the whole goddamn thing away. Here we are.
Tonight, we are hearing from a 7-Eleven clerk who shot a suspect in the stomach after police say he attacked her over a counterfeit bill.
That's brutal. Well, he got off lighter than George Floyd ever did for that counterfeit bill. That's for sure. But a gut shot, man, that's nasty. Like, if you live through that, first of all, slow way to die, gut shot. Second of all, if you live through a gut shot, you're probably going to have to shit in a bag for a while because your insides are going to be all fucked up. I mean, there's a lot of guts and intestines in there. You're perforating a lot of important shit.
25's Rob Hagan joins us live tonight. Rob, I hear she just got some news from 7-Eleven.
That's right. Slim Jims are going to be buy two, get one free until next Wednesday. No, Rob, about the shooter. Oh, fuck. I mean, shoot. Sorry, my bad. Is that what I was supposed to be here for? He pulls out a Slurpee.
That's right, Wendy. Good evening. Now, Stephanie Dilliard says 7-Eleven corporate called her today and fired her for you.
Fuck! All right, I didn't see that part of the story coming. I knew they were pissed at her. I didn't know they fired her. Hey, somebody broke into this place and started choking the shit out of me. What'd you do? I shot him in the gut. Well, you're fired. Whoa, what? Did you hear what I said? I said, they strangled me. I shot them into the stomach. Yeah, I know. Pack your shit and go home.
Using her own gun.
They would never treat me this way at Wawa.
Self-defense. They say it's against company policy. She says she's lucky to be alive. 25-year-old Stephanie Dilliard was a 7-Eleven clerk who faced terror after she says a man tried to strangle her after she refused a counterfeit $100 bill for burritos, beef sticks, and ice cream.
Well, I mean, in fairness, good for her because a lot of people don't give a shit. But if a guy's buying 7-Eleven burritos, meat sticks, and ice cream, usually they don't have a lot of hundos on them. Hey, we have a new $50 drop, by the way, and we accept counterfeit hundos. You want to send counterfeit hundos to this show, we don't even check them.
Happened
We're like Camelot like that.
Thursday, just before midnight.
He threatened me, said that he was going to slice my head off, and then that's when I tried to call the police. Realized he started throwing things at me. I came behind the counter. I tried to run off, but he grabbed his hands around my neck. And
you don't expect someone like that to be packing either. Good for her. Also, you fired her? The guy's throwing shit at her. He says, I'm going to cut your fucking head off. Then he comes behind the counter and starts strangling her. By the way, when a crazy guy says, I'm going to cut your head off, best to believe him.
And pushed me out of the counter space. That's when I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
Police say the suspect, 59-year-old Kenneth Thompson, ran to MacArthur Boulevard and Northwest 34th Street and called 911. Police.
Bitch move. You just broke into you went into a 7-Eleven, tried to pass off a fake 100, and then you called an ambulance. You bitch. I guess he was probably thinking, man, I could probably get $27 million out of this. The last criminal who tried this bit, he got paid. Well, his family, he didn't make it.
Say Dilliard is protected under Oklahoma's self-defense law, but she says 7-Eleven Human Resources fired her Monday morning for using her own gun.
Said that they were going to separate from employment because of a violation of policy.
Dilliard says...
So wait a minute. You're firing her because she used her own gun. Are you, 7-Eleven, prepared to train and arm your employees legally? No? What the fuck are they supposed to do when they start getting strangled? Oh, by the way, you're going to love this coming up in the story. They're going to tell you what 7-Eleven told her she should have done in this situation. You're going to laugh.
Policy.
Dilliard says she was working by herself from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. for more than 2 years.
Ooh, that's a dog shit shift. Yeah, absolutely you have a gun or a bow staff or a katana. Jesus.
On Monday, she still had a scratch on her neck and burns on her finger from firing the pistol.
This was a situation where I felt like I was put in a corner choosing between my job and my life. And I'm always going to choose my life because there's people that depend on me. I'm going home. That's my goal. I need to be here for my kids.
Thompson was arrested at the hospital and charged with assault and battery, threatening acts of violence, trying to pass a fake bill, and a felony warrant for violating parole.
Wait, what? No, you don't say. This wasn't this guy's first time? Felony warrant for violating parole. Well, that means that this guy violated parole before he did this, and they were trying to get him. This guy really not making an effort to stay out of trouble, is he?
Dilliard hopes this incident serves as a wake-up call so no other clerks get hurt or killed.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Especially women.
If I known that, you know, there's a potential where somebody could be for real in taking my life away, that I will do whatever it takes. You know, I hope that, you know, women see that and, you know, they'll do the same thing. You have the right to defend yourself.
Now, I've reached out to 7-Eleven for comment, but since news time, I've not heard back. And Dilliard...
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not going to.
...says she was supposed to use, quote, store items in self-defense.
Yeah. So, you know, 7-Eleven told her that one of the things she could have done to fight this guy off instead of shooting him in the stomach was she could have thrown store items at him. Like, she could have, like, whipped him with Slim Jims or, like, thrown bubble tape at the guy. Like, she's like, what should I have done? He was strangling me and threatening to cut my head off. And they're like, well, did you try throwing Snicker bars at him? It's like, dude, it's not Rosie O'Donnell. It's a guy who's going to try and cut my head off. Like, that wasn't going to do it. So, like, look, if 7-Eleven had a better idea as to why they were firing her, what she should have done instead, great. I'm all ears. It doesn't seem like they had that. So good for her. I'm glad she defended herself. I wish corporate would stick up for her and give her job back. But this is one of those moments that's like, it's really opportunistic for another convenience store to like hire her, make a big deal of it, make her a manager. And that's like good PR. Plus, you know, she's going to defend the shit out of your store, right? For sure. Yeah, Phil Hurst-Slit says, throw a slice of pizza at him. Yeah, what do you fucking throw a Slurpee on the ground and hope he slips? Retards. My Lost Interest says, actually, they did her a favor. Well, I don't know. I mean, did they really do her a favor? She doesn't have a job. She was working the night shift at 7-Eleven. And yeah, that sucks, but, you know, paycheck's better than none. Taste Fairy, My Lost Interest says, drown him in Slurpees. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Taste Fairy Ialto says, Quick Trip has hot soup. That could fuck someone up. Yeah, you could do like a Frank Castle thing. You know how Frank Castle got Kevin Nash with the pot of the boiling water? That could work. MSO says, fuck the Southland Corporation. I mean, they don't. It did seem like an asshole move to fire someone just like immediately after they saved your store. Jesus. Thank you guys very much. Rexstart Parody account says that's your new Thursday co-host. Possible new Thursday co-host. Okay. Thank you guys very much for your generosity tonight. Keep it up. I'll let you know in about a half hour how we're doing in terms of the experiment, if you will. 48 gifted memberships away from 500. That's where I want to be by the end of the week, is back to 500 members. We don't have any expiring memberships this week. As you guys aren't going to believe this, it's been 4 weeks since I went to jail. Friday will be 4 weeks since I got out. Time flies when you're beating black people in basketball. That's really something. Well, good luck to her. I hope she lands on her feet. I mean, honestly, when your last job is 7-Eleven night shift, how can you not? Here's a retard. You guys ready for a retard? Now, here's somebody who should lose their job. This is Des Moines, Iowa. This is a guy who should be fired. Here it is.
Des Moines police have launched an internal investigation after this video got a lot of attention online yesterday. You can see a rifle was left on the roof of a squad car while an officer was driving around.
Did I not tell you we had a fun show for you tonight? I mean, look, ironically, the last story was about a 7-Eleven person getting fired for using a gun instead of a Slurpee. She lost her job. Meanwhile, this guy would have never gotten suspended for his job if he had left a Slurpee instead of a gun on top of his police cruiser.
Des Moines police say it was another officer's fault, not the one driving.
KCCI's Bo Bowman is live at the police department tonight for us. And Bo, you had a...
his name was Officer Cumia, and he was quoted as saying, "Where the fuck is my gun?" Who would have known? Small world.
Chance to speak to the woman who flagged down the officer to let him know the rifle was there.
excuse me, sir. Yeah, like if it's a woman, like she doesn't really know what guns are. She's like, sir, I think you have a machine gun on your roof. Oh, yeah, that must have been John. Yeah, he's they actually, if you don't mind, guys, if you don't mind me interrupting the story, they actually found the cop who did it. I can pull this up here real quick. I'm sorry to not go sequentially on this one, but they did in fact find the guy who left his gun on the roof of the car. Let me just make sure I've got the right one. Yes, this is him. This is footage of him making the traffic stop where he indeed left the AR-15 on top of the car.
Who wants to get tased?
Excuse me?
They just give us tasers. Let's go tasey crazy.
Oh, no, thank you.
Come on, let me taste your butt.
No, you can't tase my butt.
How about your ball sack?
Well, that's worse.
Not for me.
Look, I don't want you to tase any part of my body.
Can I tase her?
No, go away.
It's free.
See, you can see how maybe that guy possibly could have left his AR-15 on the. It starts. What I'm saying is, it starts to make a little more sense now. That's all. All right, continue on with the dipshit who. Look, that was for me. I'll admit that one was for me. Nobody else.
Yeah, Jody, she said she wasn't sure.
Bo, get your fucking shit together. You're on TV, dickhead. Try again. Take two. Bo Bowman. By the way, I hope Bo Bowman's his real name. If you got to make up your own news name and you said, I'm going to be Bo Bowman, they should have thrown you off that fucking bridge. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jody, she said she wasn't sure what it.
It's a gun on the roof. This is fuck. Continue. I'm sorry, Bo. I'm mocking you. It's not nice. I talk like a retard for a living. But go ahead.
Yeah, Jody, she said she wasn't sure what it was on top of the squad car at first, but after.
What'd you think it was? A fucking stuffed animal, you idiot?
Realizing what it was, knew she had to get out and do something.
Look at it, just some fat white lady with her hair in a bun going, I'm gonna have a gun on your car.
This video
are those donuts? Can I have one?
Was taken in the East Village around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. But Andrea Jones says they first saw the rifle on the roof of the squad car near Central Campus on the west side of downtown.
I thought maybe it was a bike rack at first or something.
Oh, for God's sake, woman. Excuse me, police officer, you have a bike rack on your roof? What? The cop car. The cop car has a bike rack. All right.
Something, but I kind of seen it hanging over the edge, and I was like, no. I was like, is that? I think that's like an assault rifle, like just sitting on top of their vehicle.
Wow, that's wild. Do you want to go through the rest of your inner monologue from that day? I bet you it's just as fascinating.
It turned out to be a rifle. Once Jones was able to catch the officer at a red light, she got out of the car and waved him down.
I approached him with caution and just told him, and he was completely stunned. I could just tell on his face like he was a little confused, and I'm like, keep telling him.
Sorry, we just confiscated this from a 7-Eleven worker who just shot a guy. Don't worry, she got fired.
Like, and I'm pointing, like, there's something up there that you might want to get.
Des Moines Police Chief Michael McTaggart issued a statement Monday calling it a serious mistake, but says the officer in the video is not at fault. Rather, the officer who had the car directly before him.
At shift change, an officer was offloading his equipment.
Well, then isn't it technically both of their fault? Because, like, yeah, the dipshit officer who left the car for his shift didn't check the roof and he didn't see the firearm was up there. But then the guy who was getting into the car didn't look up there either. I mean, they're both kind of at fault.
His rifle on top of the car and then left that rifle there. Next officer came in, checked that car out, and didn't see the rifle on the roof and drove away.
KCCI asked Public Information Officer Sergeant Paul Parizek if the second officer bears any fault for not noticing the rifle on the roof.
I think we've all had a situation in our lives where we've misplaced something, we're looking for it, we walk by it 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah, my glasses or my keys. Not a fucking gun, dude. Come on. We're being a little too laissez-faire about this. You guys should be as serious as the 7-Eleven was, and the 7-Eleven should be as casual as you guys are.
That might help explain it. It definitely does not excuse what happened.
Jones says she's grateful they got the rifle off the roof before something happened.
Well, then she said, too, I said, what if it falls off? She said, don't say that, we're behind him. Like, what if it, fires off or something?
I don't know. You guys got a lot of, let's just say, ballistics gel. So
Police say the incident is under internal review. We're live in Des Moines, Bo.
I got an internal review for the guy who left the vehicle up there. We'll shove the gun up your ass. There's an internal review. Hell. It's like Captain O'Hagan and Super Troopers. Christ, look like a bunch of pussies. You do. You do look like a bunch of pussies. Let me just check for some gifted memberships here. I always miss a couple, but don't worry. I didn't this time. Thank you guys very much for your generosity tonight. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Meow Meow says they've got the Tommy Jordan versus Chad Zumach debate going. Yeah, Chad's doing this thing where he's like debating people now. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. After my show's over, I might go check it out for a little bit. I don't know if SP had a lot of shit to do tonight. I don't know if she's going to make it either right away or not at all. But if she doesn't, I might actually watch that Chad thing. I don't know who this Tommy guy is. I've got no idea. When I just, it was up on my front page a little bit ago, and it looked like about 30 people were like, what do we have right now? 326, and that's, I mean, our YouTube is really slow right now. The other stuff is picking it up. And we've got, what, half hour left in the show? I mean, we got 326 people watching, and that's, with YouTube not carrying its weight. So 38 people. I mean, it'll pick up. It'll pick up. Thank you guys very much for all of your contributions tonight. I'll let you know in about 20 minutes where we stand on our experiment. We're 2-2 so far this week. We've had 2 bad experiences, 2 good experiences, but you just keep going, and I'll let you know. I got to open up the next hour's worth of stories here. Oh, speaking of guns, somebody was able to walk into a Las Vegas casino with a fucking AR, unbeknownst to anyone, and was able to just go and rob the place. See, this is where the corporations got to get out of Vegas. We got to have a little more mob influence. We got to go back. I'm not saying turn back the clocks to like the casino days of like the 70s, but maybe the 90s. The Vegas we're talking about, like Vegas Vacation, Great White Hype, that era Las Vegas. You got to go back to that because there's a level of softness in just letting a guy come in and punk you like that where old school Vegas wouldn't allow it. A masked man sporting a ballistics helmet walked into a Vegas casino, shut up for a second, with an AR-style rifle to rob the joint. It was Rampart Casino in Las Vegas. I have no idea I've never been to Rampart Casino. That doesn't really sound like an on the beaten path one. Let's go ahead and see how this dickbag got away with it. You let a motherfucker who looks like that. First of all, a guy who looks like that walks into the casino, no dice. See, and that's why I love that security guard. Go back to that security. As soon as that guy pulled a rifle out from under his heavy coat, the security guard's like, yeah, I ain't fucking getting shot over this shit. This place is insured. We're fine. Watch this. So the security guy comes over to be like, hey, you're dressed like a fucking lunatic. You're dressed like you're about to shoot up the place. Go outside, dress appropriately, and then you can come back in. And here comes the rifle comes out. I like that. That's an honest man right there. That's not a guy who's like, well, Rita behind the cage, she's really nice, and I'm going to be selfless, and I'm going to try and stop this man so she gets to go home to her children tonight. This guy pulls out the AR, and the security guard's like, fuck that. I don't even have a pension. I'm getting the fuck out of here, sir. Would you hurry and get this man his money? He's been waiting. Look at this. Yep, fuck me. He didn't even get down on the ground. He fucked off. He just bailed. That is so great. I gotta see that again. He just pulls out the gun. All right. Peace, bro. He just walked away. He left that poor cage woman to fend for herself. Oh, well, that's the economy that we're in. Now, police say the man went up to the cashier's cage, flashed the AR-style rifle, and ordered the worker to cough up cash. A security guard is seen confronting the suspect, but he quickly backpedals upon seeing the rifle. Meanwhile, according to cops, the employee complied with the thief, who hightailed it out of there with an unspecified amount of money. It doesn't appear anyone was shot or injured, thankfully. Well, it doesn't sound like we know whether or not the guy's been caught. We don't know if the guy... So, wait, did this guy he's going to fucking get away with it? That's it? That's the story? Guy comes in, flashes a gun in a Las Vegas casino, and he's just takes off with money. Yeah, see? That's... The mob would have never allowed that. The mob would have taken that guy out right away. There would have been a panic button. There would have been something. Las Vegas is getting soft. They're getting totally soft. Bigot on socialist media says casinos rob people all the time. Karma. Wait a minute. What do you mean casinos rob people all the time? Nobody's twisting your arm to go in there and put your money down on the table and lose it all. You didn't have to put those dice in your hand. You didn't have to play that extra hand of blackjack. You didn't have to keep hitting repeat bet on the slot machine. Yes, they are facilitating your degeneracy. But that doesn't mean that it's all their fault. Guys, thank you very much. Keep hitting like, keep hitting subscribe, keep hitting follow. Let's make the experiment work. Let's make it happen. That's thank you very much. 48 memberships away from 500. Keep her going, guys. I appreciate you. I will say, I can't say too much, but you guys are very close to a perfect week of evening shows. And that's awesome. Thank you so much. This is going to suck. This one's going to hurt me a lot. I'm going to agree with Joy Reid. Joy Reid said something that you're not going to believe it. Joy Reid said something that was pretty goddamn based. And not only was it incredibly based, but I agree with it 110%. Joy Reid was talking about trans people in the bathroom. And, you know, it's amazing how non-progressive these people get once they don't have the big paycheck from MSNBC. This is Joy Reid, who I guess is doing a podcast with her daughter, Jackie, called Read This, Read That. That's a winning name. Well, this is her talking about the trans bathroom thing. And I think her blackness overtook her liberalness on this one.
I would be disturbed. I'm telling you, I would be alarmed. I'm alarmed enough when I see a woman with her dangling boobies. Yeah. If I saw a penis in the ladies' locker room, I would freak out too.
You know, late stage Joy Reid is kind of turning into Shannon Sharp. I'm getting like Shannon Sharp and Joy Reid should do a podcast together. Joy Reid doesn't have to worry about Shannon Sharp fucking her. She's way too old for him. He ain't going to learn, by the way. This lawsuit that he's facing and everything and losing his job, Shannon ain't going to learn. Monique couldn't teach him. Nobody's going to teach him.
Locker room, I would freak out too. This is just, I mean, this is nothing against trans anybody. What it's saying is if I turn around and I see a penis in front of me inside of the room, yeah. I would probably go to management and say, wait a minute, why is there somebody a naked?
By the way, you notice that also Joy Reid is putting a much more like inner city black affect on her voice now that she's not. Boy, she really soft shooted up for MSNBC, didn't she? She really yes sir, no sir'd it up when she was on MSN, because now I don't even recognize this Joy Reid. She's like, yo, trans people need to be getting the fuck up out of our bathrooms, yo. That's some bullshit. I'd freak the fuck out. I'm like, that doesn't sound like the lady who hated Trump and everything on MSNBC. Boy, I tell you, when those 6-figure checks stop coming in, you really don't feel like carrying water anymore. This is a completely different person. And by the way, you might be going, oh, well, she's like a really progressive lady. Wouldn't they be for the trans people in the bathrooms? No. The vast majority of women, to a woman, almost unanimously don't want these people in their bathrooms. When you're watching CNN or you're watching MSNBC, those women are purposely saying that shit because they're trying to destabilize the culture and gets you to fight with each other. The reality of the situation is over 90% of Americans think that trans people shouldn't be in the opposite gender sports or bathrooms or fitting rooms. Well over 90% of women don't think they should be able to whip their dick out in their locker room in front of them. This is actually a much more unanimous issue than they're making you believe on the media. As evidence that when Joy Reid was getting paid to pour on this bullshit, she did. And now that she's not getting paid, she's being honest.
Man in this room, because just the world we live in, just from a safety standpoint, and just from a privacy standpoint, so I can see why she would have gone and reported to management. There's a man naked in the bed. Now, if they clarified and they said, well, trans, okay, but I think they should take her concerns also seriously. Because if she's uncomfortable, does she not have the right to be at least uncomfortable with the situation?
No, she doesn't. But you know what? Fuck you. Because you know why she doesn't have a right to be uncomfortable about the situation? Because people like you who were taking paychecks from big media organizations, big media corporations, were paid and paid handsomely to spew this bullshit to your audience and tell them that if they had any problem with it, they were homophobic. You were part of that echo chamber, so you don't now get to lament it now that you're on the outside looking in. I mean, look, you know me. I'm always a better late than never guy. Welcome to the party. Come on in, whatever. But at the same time, I have a hard time listening to someone who helped spread this bullshit now be like, oh, I don't like it. This isn't good. This is a bad thing. Come on now. Come on. I ain't buying it. I don't think she was ever like that when she was on MSNBC, which means she was disingenuously pushing a narrative for money. And that was all. All right. In 10 minutes, I can tell you how the experiment's going. And we can see if our experiment is successful, it means a lot for the toe. So if you feel like, supporting this show, now's the time. Otherwise, hey, I'll let you know in about 10 minutes how it went. And again, very close to being perfect this week. So what do you say? This one was sent to me by Pray by 10. This is a pregnant mother and young kids brutally attacked by a mob of students outside a Chicago school. We visited Chicago yesterday, and it was a woman being set on fire on a train after having a disagreement with another passenger. This is the Chicago schools, which, by the way, remember, we found out on yesterday's morning show that the Chicago School District has been paying out millions of dollars to teachers and staff to go to workshops in Vegas and Egypt and Finland and fucking Belarus Estonia or Latvia, whatever it was, one of the Baltic states. Chicago taxpayers have been footing the bill for that, while the children in Chicago schools are struggling to read at an 8th grade level in high school. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and check in on the fine people of Chicago while you gift a shitload of memberships.
Come on, blood! Shamar looking at! Shamar! Come here! What you want, Shamar?
So as I understand, this woman is pregnant, and these are her 2 children. And there are a mob of people following them and taunting them. Now, I know that this is one of those things where, yeah, they started filming, right in the middle of things. But I don't know what these 2 small children and this pregnant lady could have done to this mob to incite them in this way.
Shamar, what you want, Shamar? Shamar, look at that.
Look at that. They gather like a school of sharks. They're gathering like predatory hunters surrounding you and making you feel like they're just like a boa constrictor, just closely. It's fucked up, man. Keep walking. Don't stop.
Look at the
They're gonna.
Shamar, look at that.
Don't hit those kids.
Julia.
I'm going to have a hard time not saying certain things if they attack these children. Look at her, just dressed like a hoochie mama while she's fucking ready to burst. God damn it, man.
Hey, fool, don't touch my brother, fool.
Look at this. That's the other thing they do. They get a camera, they surround them, and then when you try to walk past them, they go, yo, don't touch my brother. Yo, don't touch me. Don't be touching me. I'm going to fuck you up. It's like, well, get out of the fucking way.
Look at them bitches, bad crackhead. Other bitches, Lauren.
By the way, I just want to point out, these are going to grow up to be the same activists that are going to tell us that it's all fucking Whitey's fault that these neighborhoods have gone to shit, and it's white people who have caused these problems, and it's all racism, and it's all everything else. No, you know what it is? It's this little kid growing up having to huddle into his mother's hip because these fucking monsters are intimidating them and threatening to kick the shit out of them. That's why these neighborhoods suck. That's why they never get any better. And that's why when all you do is sit there and blame white people for it, all you're doing is ensuring that this cycle will continue. Look at this. Shoot all of them. Like, honestly, you start punching a couple little kids as they're holding on to their pregnant mom. Oh, fuck all of you. Look at that. They're kicking them.
The little kids in them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids. Smash that bitch on my brother.
What the fuck? Yeah, like, honestly, everybody in this video that's not the kids and their mom, wipe them out. Enough. To quote Anthony Cumia, it ain't Whitey.
Hey, fool, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Let my motherfucking homie
Jesus, she's fucking pregnant. She's got a fucking baby in there. You cunts. Jesus. I wish that fucking Trace Adkins and his biker friends from the Lincoln Lawyer would show up right now and give them the same treatment that he gave Ryan Phillippe. There's a reference for you. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Look at that. And this little girl pulls down the little boy, whatever it is, pulls them down on the concrete head first. Like, fuck all of these people. The worthless vermin with shitty parents. This is why your neighborhood sucks. Don't involve me in it. Behave yourself. Start fucking behaving and taking pride in the place you live and respecting the other people in your community, and maybe you will do better. Until then, you will continue to fucking fall behind. You will continue to not have the life that everyone else in other neighborhoods has, and then you'll wonder whose fault it is. Watch videos like this. People like, you know why you don't prosper? Because people who behave this way do not deserve to prosper. Jesus. They're like ghouls. They're like demons just swarming. Like a pack of wolves.
Oh my God.
And that little girl is back there crying. I beat the shit out of each and every one of them. God damn it. Oh, that made me fucking mad. There's like, do you know how many things I'm trying not to say right now? I guess, you know what? Just read Bappa Shab's chats. And then you'll know what no, I'm not going to say that word. But Jesus. I mean, that really is. And, you know, like, I'm tired of being called like a racist and shit. If I was a racist, I wouldn't give a shit that happened. Black people beating up black people. Who gives a fuck? But that was a pregnant lady, and her daughter and her son were sitting there being beaten and watching their pregnant mother be beaten. And you think that doesn't fuck them up later on in life? God damn. And then it's like, well, we can't even walk to school in our neighborhoods. Yeah, whose fault is that? Who's doing it? Who's the reason? It ain't the cops. You've never heard anyone say, oh, I can't even walk to school and get there safe because the cops gather around and beat the shit out of me for no reason. Bapa Shab says it would be hilarious to watch Aaron get beat by black children like Cat Williams. Oh, yeah. You know what? I remember that video where Cat got beat up by him. And wasn't Cat Williams like either standing up for himself or somebody else? And they all just gathered around and beat his ass. Poor Cat. Didn't even do anything wrong, the poor guy. $2 from Joey Caravello. I can't read that. That's your opinion. Jesus. I mean, MSO says, don't worry, Reverend Al will be there. Oh, yeah, Reverend Al will absolutely be there. For sure. Hey, you know what? We should dig that up. And I am going to have to do the end part of the experiment tonight, it looks like, in about 3 minutes. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the experiment's failed yet. I mean, we still haven't brought up the thing all show, which is great. And you guys did knock down a bunch of it early on, but we kind of froze up. If we knock that out, because we're going to have to play the music and shake the can and everything. But if we knock that out, I will, for a little bonus here, we can look at the Cat Williams getting beat up by a bunch of little kids video. That was so sad. Because, like, I'm pretty sure Cat Williams was trying to defend either the kids or the kids were, like, picking on him or whatever. God, I can find a couple. There are a couple clips of this video. We do have it. Yeah. Y'all remember Cat Williams fought a kid and lost? Yeah, I mean, it's rather embarrassing. Thank you very much to, who is that? Sanford's son with 10 gifted memberships. Hey, that's $50. Guess what our new $50 drop is? Thank you very much, Sanford's son. That's incredibly nice of you. Now you got, I can't say it for another minute. You guys are very close to completing the experiment tonight. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much. 38 memberships away from 500. Thank you so much, Sanford's son. I appreciate you, buddy. It's not 8:25 yet, though. So I can't tell you. I can't do that part of the experiment, although these shows are a lot more fun when there's no G-word talk. My Lost Interest says, true experiments have no success or failure. The purpose of an experiment is to collect data. Very good. $5 from Sanford's son says, is Keanu not in the running for Thursdays? Couldn't she just lock Gino in the other room or something? I'm not going to be in the habit of risking it. How's that? Does that make, for a year, till I'm off all my, watch lists and whatnot. I think we can keep that separate. I don't even know if we should play this music, to be honest with you. You guys are so close. You know what the number is for the experiment? $15. That's a $20 drop on YouTube or Rumble. That's the difference. That's what that would be. Here, let's do it. Let's fire up the music. Let's light the lamp. Let's do the last 15, and then let's watch Cat Williams get beat up by kids. Fire up the music. I'm going to call the experiment a success. Now, My Lost Interest with a great point. He said it's supposed to collect data. Well, the data shows that all we need to do the last couple days is either not pass the bucket around at all, or we only need to pass it around for like $10, $15 at the end when we don't mention the goal whatsoever. So I'm very happy with the result here. Bring us home, guys. It's 3 memberships. It's a $20 drop. Thank you so much. Here we go. Let's call it a win for the toe today. I appreciate it. Papa Shab says... Papa Shab says that Dabbleverse shit was retarded. Never do that again or I will unleash a horde of blacks on you. Oh my God, I certainly don't want that. So yes, I can finally reveal $15 was the amount we ended up at 8:25. If that's the way it happens every morning and every evening, I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy. So just finish her off and let's call it the final win for the toe for the evening shows. 3 of you gifting a membership. That'll go a long way because we're 38 memberships from 500. I'll shut up and you can listen to the song. Feines Migdalein. They should play this in Chicago. Have the fucking Hells Angels march through to this song. There's a new sheriff in town. We're going to be cleaning shit up. All right, MSO says he's going to win. I don't know, man. You guys, we can do 15 in the next couple of minutes. Let's do it. And then we'll do the Cat Williams thing. It'll be fun. 15 away with no mention of the goal at all during the show. Bring it home, guys. Bring it home. Just a couple of memberships and we're good. A $20 drop will do it also. Or a few fives. Why not? You got it. There we go. Abletitious gifting a membership. Thank you very much. There you go, guys. $10 away. 2 memberships, a $10 drop, whatever. And we can call it a win for the toe. Watch some Cat Williams and go into the end of the week absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. What a nice and easy day. The morning show was easy. The evening show's getting easy. Thank you, Joey Caravello, for the $2. And now we got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes on the clock. And with that 2 minutes, we're $10 away. 2 gifted memberships or a $10 drop. You got it. Joey Caravello with 2 says Keanu has a hot ass. You know, I got to be honest with you. She's been here numerous times. I've never checked out her ass. I've never looked at her. I don't know if Keanu's got a great ass or not. I don't know. What I do know is $10, I'll make something up. How's that? Couple memberships, guys. You got it. Couple memberships, couple $5 drops. Let's go. Let's get it done. We got 1 minute left. 1 minute left on the clock. Let's go. Honestly, $10 is a nominal amount. I'd still like to get to 0, but the fact that we're not talking goal during the show really makes me happy. We're trying to get those last 2. We're trying to get those last 2 just for statistical purposes. So if you can, please do. We appreciate it. All right, it is officially 8:30. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this Cat Williams thing. You guys are going to throw in a couple memberships. Or you're going to throw in 10 on PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, whatever. And we're going to call this thing a W. Or a bunch of you are going to throw in 2. Or a bunch of you are going to throw in 5. Either one. We're going to get to it by the end of this Cat Williams thing. So if you don't remember this, I don't like that this is now being played on the internet without context. I believe what happened with Cat Williams here was that a bunch of kids were fucking around and they were talking a bunch of shit and they stepped to Cat Williams and they were either going to whoop his ass or he was going to defend himself. Cat decided to defend himself, and he probably should have just done nothing because then it would have been, oh, those kids jumped him. Instead, he tried to fight a kid and he got his ass kicked. This is Cat Williams. While I'm doing this, you guys drop memberships or drop a 10 spot. What do you say? Oh, no, he's choking out Cat Williams.
No, baby.
Tell me that's your child.
Tell me that's your child. Tell me that's your child who just about choked me out.
He hit me first, bro. That's what happened. Back up on me, little boy.
Go on, bro.
I was there, bro. I got sons.
Hey, what's up, bro? It's all good, bro.
Now they're all yelling at him saying, you started that shit. You started that shit.
He told me to walk with him.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, shit. I did not see that shit coming. Oh, thank you very much. Joe at $10. That's his $20 for this week. Thank you very much, Joe. $10 over there on Venmo. We got it. Give him the $10 drop. Thank you, pal.
I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against the mind of man.
I'm sorry you guys didn't get a freak out tonight, but I knew that 10 was coming at some point. Thank you very much for another perfect week for the toe. I appreciate it. And the experiment, I'm not going to call that 3 and 2 because I think for that to be 3 and 2, we would have had to gotten to 0 before we did all that shit, and we got to like 15 away with 5 minutes left. So I'm going to call that a tie. 2-2-1. Tomorrow will be the deciding factor in this no-goal experiment here on the toe. If you feel like throwing in a membership or two, please do, because by the end of this week, we want to be at 37. Thank you for getting us to 350 for our peak audience tonight. Not bad for the evening show. I do appreciate it. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow on your way out, and we will talk to you again tomorrow morning.